horror on the Orient Express. Camellia makes a dark deal with the Italian mob for felonious forgeries and a heinous handgun. Shortly thereafter, the party hears the sweet and sultry voice of Caterina Cavallaro singing a tune in the streets of Milan. What else could be the source of the song than a chameleon? Gore does a bit of reading and finds an ancient ritual used to swap organs between two living subjects, a surgery up till now thought impossible. Our heroes then do a bit of reading at the library and make their way to the Cathedral Il Duomo. A newspaper article mentions the Aida and names Arturo Toscanini and Paolo Riscianti in response to questions about the voice heard singing the night before and the opera's premiere tonight. What answers can our heroes find before showtime? What is the curse of the costumier? Let's find out on tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express. Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's edition of Horror on the Orient Express. I am your keeper of arcane lore, Moth, and these beautiful people in empty chair around me are our cast. Unfortunately, we are one short tonight, but I've always been short, so I'm pretty used to it. You guys will have to get used to it. But we'll go around the horn and just see how everybody is doing. Sevvy, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I can't wait. It's a new week. Well, actually, I can't wait for the weekend. That's how I feel about Monday. But, I mean, the only good thing about Monday is Call of Cthulhu, so I can't wait for the show to start and for the week to be over, so it can be weekend again.
That is true. And speaking of working for the weekend, JT, how are you?
All praise to for the weekend. Also, thank you for the short intro, Moss. It was awesome. I'm great. I couldn't be better today. Today was the best beginning to a week I could think of in a long time. You know, the $2,200 in debt kind. Yay, let's go.
Yay! Everybody loves debt. All hail the Federal Reserve. Well, speaking of, well, the Fed's not here. So we'll just go to the next best thing. Chris, how are you this evening?
Wait, how am I the next best thing to the Fed? You take that back.
Sorry, I apologize. That was a low blow.
It was. I am Chris with a dagger and full of beans and ready to prove to the rest of these people that there's no such thing as the occult.
Oh boy.
I like that he finds out the hard way.
Yeah.
And speaking of blasphemous non-believers, Froste, my wizard friend, how are you?
I have no beans. I did not end up $2,200 in debt, and my Monday was meh. So I guess maybe I'm.
That's really nice to hear, Frost. I'm very happy for you.
But on top of that, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Then something's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you hear a loud crash after we start the game, I'm sure that's my payback for having nothing else go wrong today.
Yeah, we've all had something go wrong today. It's your turn, Frost. It's your turn. Okay, so why don't we get into a few announcements here? We got some Benny, or not Bennies, damn it. We got some Eureka points to give away. We have 1 gold membership from Hayden75. Thank you, Hayden75. We've also got fan art of Jimmy and the Chameleon, of Gore and Clay by Sassy Witch. And this is Getting Out of Hand by Taxi for myself. So we also got 55 likes from last stream. You guys are falling off the wagon, man. We got to get those likes up, those rookie numbers up. But we do appreciate the likes that we do get. We did redeem those. We got 30 comments from last stream. So in total, we got 1 Eureka point to Sevvy and Nomi, and 2 Eureka points to JT Frost, Chris, and myself. And I might just need them tonight. So with that, and by the way, while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget, because that's just my nature, thank you to Sirenscape, to every bit of music and sound effects except for fart noises. You can thank me for fart noises, but everything else you can thank Sirenscape for, because if we shout them out on the stream, they let us use their stuff and they don't ding us for it. Did I miss anything? Do I have everything?
No, nobody wants to get dinged.
I was gonna say, that felt like a very concise intro. I feel like I'm missing something. I would have to be a little bit more verbose and kind of drag it out for a while.
Ding, farts are done.
Thorough.
Ding, farts. You could sing the farts are done song instead of the fries are done.
It was very thorough, borderline invasive.
I like it. All right. I love being invasive. So, with that, I suppose we'll just hop right on in.
I think you had too much more, if that's what you're saying.
I was gonna say he almost got invasive with Mort.
Hey, I turned Mort down in the end. You know, it was one of those things where
in the end,
I saw him and I looked at him and I was like, wow, this is a young man that I could easily take advantage of.
So next best thing to Chris's character, Jimmy. So Fed, Chris.
Yeah, yep. That's what it is.
Ladies see a mark.
No.
All right, so we'll just go ahead and hop right into it. Let me get some fart noises going.
Call of Cthulhu.
All right, and other than that, we'll get some other sound effects going.
Yay for other sound effects.
All right, so last we left off, you guys had just entered the cathedral, kind of wandered around a little bit, talked to the good father there, and met up with old Throne. In the end, walked out, found a newspaper which talked about a few things. Just to review what you had found. Oh, dagnabbit, I just had it pulled up and it's no longer here.
Are we all going to be underwater tonight or just you?
Just me. Oh. You know what's crazy about that I can't swim, so it's great.
When is your internet gonna get fixed?
Don't put juju on that. Allegedly, it's supposed to be fixed tomorrow.
Are we taking bets?
We should take bets.
Well, you'd probably make money on it, but yeah. So I told you the whole story. So,
Moss, one time I bet on I think it was the Falcons. I bet on the Falcons. You remember that game, Falcons and the Patriots?
What is that? Is that like Falconeering group
biggest,
or?
Oh Jesus Christ! It's football. The biggest upset in Super Bowl history. They were up by 28 points, Moss, or something ridiculous like that, and I bet on them. So if I bet that you're gonna get your internet, you're more than likely gonna get it. But if I bet against you, you're never gonna get it.
Well, I am confused about a couple of
Or is
things.
it backwards?
One,
You know what I'm
is are you talking about a sport? And two, please bet in favor of my internet. God willing, it will be done tomorrow. So just to review the last bit of information that you all found in the basically the outro of last week's episode was an article in the paper basically talking about the ghost voice. It talks to an Arturo Toscanini, the music director at the La Scala, talking about the ghost voice and saying that there is no substance to those stories. It also talks to Paolo Riscianti, the props manager for the opera, who talks about the costumier's curse. And that is where we left off. You all are in the Piazza Il Duomo, standing there, and Nomi disappears into a pink mist.
Who?
You know, the other player. Nomi.
You know, Nomi.
She disappeared in a pink mist.
Mm-hmm.
I think you mean the help, Mr. G.
Okay.
No, she's still there.
Okay.
So here's Clay is just going to say we have a couple of options. We do what Gore's saying and send someone in alone to try and find out what's going on. We have another option of just going in there ourselves and doing whatever the hell we want because they need to be at this location. They can't not be at this location. There's a possibility that we could get arrested if we're making a lot of problems, but if we're there close to the time, then the cops being called would be bad for them as well, right?
Whatever you say, old boy.
Well, I didn't say anything specifically. I'm just saying we have options. But I mean, if we want to find out information, find out what's happening to the customers and sneak on in, I don't think that going into the side is going to be all that difficult for our group. We don't exactly look like high society. We probably more likely look like the workers, except for you, Camellia. So, thoughts?
Workers.
I think we should all go together. I don't wanna separate.
I know, that way that Jimmy will see everything that happens and he can't deny that something is going on, right,
Oh,
Jimmy?
he's still gonna deny it.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I could go in alone. I mean, I did used to work in the theater after all.
That explains so much. Sandbags, ropes, things like that, or were you acting?
Oh no, I was in the show.
Which one of the farm animals did you play, old boy?
Oh, nothing like that, Mr. G. I was a tree.
I knew it was something of that nature.
Oh
That's
my
excellent.
god. Not sure that's gonna go well. But if you really want to, I guess you can volunteer to be the new seamstress, and then the rest of us will sneak in, pretend to be workers.
Oh, wait till you see me work, Miss Camellia.
I'm sure you'll play the best tree ever, old boy. The best tree ever.
So disturbing.
And how?
So we're near the Duomo, so we're not near the theaters necessarily. We have to go across to get to
So, yeah, you are relatively near the theater. So where you're at is the Cathedral Il Duomo. All you need to do is go through the Galleria to the north, and the La Scala is on the other side.
Yep, it is connected, but it isn't on the end we're on. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, we can do a couple of things when we get near. What time is it? Did we say it was?
Did we say? I'd say, it's probably around noon-ish.
Okay.
So
And
you
we
guys spent a number of hours in the. You went to the library first thing in the morning, right?
Right.
You spend about 4 hours in there. We'll say you probably spend about an hour in the cathedral, so it's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So then we have time until the show happens. We might be able to investigate and find out more what's going on with the customers.
Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks, just sent 20 Canadian dollars. The chameleon finds a tiny idol in Jimmy's luggage. Such items are typically the work of rural decadents, inbreds in the modern tongue. Perhaps it's a family heirloom. Jimmy, I think that's supposed to be a Eureka point to you.
20 Canadian dollars. Isn't that like $10 American?
I think so.
It's like half a penny.
That's Canadian? That's like loonies and toonies, right?
It's close enough.
Loonies and toonies. I like it. I know loonies are a thing. I don't know if toonies are a thing. They might be. So once we get there, I suppose if we're going to try and find our way in, we can either bluff our way in, charm our way in, bribe our way in, or just start carrying boxes and walk in like the rest of the help.
I'm going for charm, and if all else fails, bribes.
Okay. So you make your way through the Galleria, and the Piazza di Scala has it's a large centerpiece. It's a large statue of Michelangelo. Sorry. The La Scala itself is a very bland-looking building from the outside, but you can tell that it is very, very big, even for an opera house.
So
and you can see there are people walking around in front of the opera house, but nobody is going in or out.
So there's a Michelangelo by Maya Angelou?
Yes.
Okay.
How about the side door?
If you want to go around and go to the side door, you can definitely do that. Is everybody going?
Clay is.
I thought I was going to go try to work my way in as the new seamstress.
Well, you'll have to go through the side.
Yeah.
I just want to see how crowded it is.
Okay. So as you round the side of the building, you can see that out on the street there is a small stoop which leads up to a door, largely unadorned door. And in front of this door, there stands a large hulking mass of a man, even bigger than Gore himself. He stands there in a long sleeve blazer with just a button cap, and he stands there with his arms crossed. You're just kind of keeping a lookout, and you can tell, based on the look on his face, he is guarding this door.
Gore, he might mean Clay. Gore's with his hands up, like, what? What did I do?
Did I say that? Oh,
You said Gore.
yeah. I did the same thing. Was that last week when we were recording Lord of the Rings? I said you like 4 times when I didn't mean to. Yeah. Yes. Even bigger than Clay himself.
So Clay is going to say, I guess, stand back for the moment. I'll go up with young Jimmy and see if we can gain him entrance. Unless you want to. Well, actually, we could all come. We could be I'm going to pose as his father. We can pose as his relatives, happy that he's getting this job, and curious about the things that have happened to others.
Like this job?
I don't think that's gonna. I think we let Jimmy go alone.
You know he's probably going to get punched.
Well,
Okay, let's let him go alone. Clay just takes out his flasks and leans against the wall. Just nods at Jimmy. Good luck.
All right, here I go. And Jimmy is going to approach the fellow
Jimmy,
at the
old
door,
chap.
I guess.
Break a leg, old chap.
Wow, I didn't know you were a man of the stage too, Mr. G.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just here for the show, Jimmy. Here for the show.
All right.
And with that, here I go.
So you approach this large hulking mass of a man, and his eyes are looking around, and eventually they stop in the center and they come down and meet yours, and you hear him kind of growl a little bit.
Howdy, mister. Jimmy Summers. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he's going to offer his hand to the big fellow.
He stands there, arms crossed.
I saw an ad in the paper that you might need someone to help you knit up them stage togs. Well, I'm here for the job, mister.
No entry.
Well, of course not. And you obviously take your job very seriously, and it looks like you're really good at it, which is why I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. So what do you say? Will you let me apply for the job?
Go ahead and give me a fast talk roll.
Clay, old boy,
Okay.
did we just feed that boob to the machine?
I guess.
Fast talk. There it is. You know what? I
Sorry,
better
used to be
use
a
that.
man, I
I'm going to
guess.
use that Eureka point.
Corner pump gamer. I wouldn't shake Jimmy's hand either. Look at that.
No fucking way.
Wow.
13% fast talk, and he did it.
You see, he kind of looks you up and down. And he steps aside and he opens the door and ushers you in.
That was a total Sevvy roll. I like it.
Thanks, mister.
Gandalf
Walk on
rooms
in.
for everyone.
Sevvy you to death.
Well,
Damn, man.
Now we just have to wait and see what our young friend, I almost said something indelicate about him, what our young friend gets up to in there.
Moss, while we're standing here, I wanna look around, spot hidden, see if anybody's looking at us side-eyed or cockeyed or Jimmy-eyed or any kind of eyed, for that matter.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make me a spot hidden roll.
Yes. I got one of those 87s, which is about 2 over. So no, I failed. It's going to be one of those days.
All right. So yeah, you look around and everybody seems to be going about their own business. Nothing untoward going on here.
So I don't see that guy staring at me with chameleon eyes.
You do not see him, but he sees you.
Yes, he sees everything.
He sees all the things. Clay is just leaning against this wall, just waiting and sitting there, and he hears a noise next to him. He's just going to reach out and pet Calvino on the head. What are you doing here? Because Calvino just slammed into my leg like he wanted a pet, so I had to pet him.
It's
I
me,
petted him with my
Calvino.
Obey.
All right. So as you make your way in, you see a very strange sight. It is utter chaos inside. As you look around, you can actually see just what seems like an endless sea of people wandering around semi-aimlessly, all dressed in ancient Egyptian garb. They frantically hurry to and fro. You look around and you see there's several pharaohs sitting at a table. They're all smoking and playing cards. And you look. Give me a spot hidden roll real quick.
Starting to get
Can do.
flashbacks. He did it
All right,
again.
success. Okay. So
Wowee.
as you're kind of looking around and your people are like bumping into you and trying to move past, you look down and you can see off to your left. It looks like there is a small trail of blood that leads underneath of a door.
Jeepers. Well, I'm definitely going to go ahead and investigate that.
Okay. So you go ahead and you open the door.
Oh, my God.
You know, first, I would like to take a listen at the door before I go just barging in.
First, I would like to kiss my ass goodbye.
Usually when I do something like that, Mr. Gore hits me.
All right. So go ahead and give me a listen roll.
All right.
I've never laid a hand upon you.
But given the amount of
That
noise
has
around
been
you, I'm looking for
India.
a hard listen.
That's true, but it's not as fun when he does it.
I have never laid a hand upon you.
Okay. Yeah, the
that's
sound
your
around
loss.
you with the cacophony of singing and yelling, shouting orders, stage hands shouting orders at other people, the tuning of detuned instruments, it seems borderline impossible for you to try to phase all that out to know what's going on behind this door.
A cacophony of horror.
Oh, pinochle. I'm gonna I'm gonna reach for one of the other people walking by. Excuse me. What's behind this here door?
No Inglesia.
I'm gonna point to the door. Door, behind door. And they'll mimic opening it up, and closing it. I don't know, just trying my best to gesticulate what I mean.
El Doro de Toro.
He looks at you and he says, Porta. Huh? Porta.
Yes, Porta.
And he motions towards the doorknob and just goes and walks away.
Universal language.
Mamma mia. All right.
Oh my god, this is just so good. I'm
Jimmy's
sure
just
there are mimics in Call of Cthulhu. Good luck opening the door.
He steps in the shitter of doom.
He is just going to gingerly twist the knob and push the door open.
And
I know the word for door.
As you open the door, the hinges creak almost deafeningly, sounding like a faint cackling laughter. And as you peer inside, there is a single light bulb shining down in the center of the room, and you see a young man who's got a bucket of this fake blood, and he's taking a sponge and he is just dabbing it on to this armor, which is set upon a mannequin.
Oh, jeepers, you gave me a fright, mister.
Huh? Inglese? No Inglese.
I'm going to point to the blood on the floor.
El
Mop.
Snod.
El Mapo.
What do you think this is?
Pretty sure that's not even Italian.
Jimmy only knows how to speak Spanish, okay?
Let's say it's not even Spanish.
He looks down at the blood on the floor. He looks up at you, like making the mopping motion. He says, "Vaffanculo."
Well,
Carry on, Snod.
I don't know what he said, but something tells me I don't like it very much. Poo on you, mister.
You know a little bit of Italian, don't you?
I think Jimmy knows like maybe one.
He knows
how to ask where the bathroom is.
Yeah, you know that what he said was very dismissive and probably rude.
Like just a little bit rude.
All right, Jimmy's going to turn on his heel and leave, and well, I guess I'll go talk to those Pharaoh guys.
Okay, you turn around and you make your way towards the pharaohs, and as you make your way towards the pharaohs, you hear the sound of a large rolling object, and you look off to the side and you see what looks to be a large, almost like a chariot wheel that's at least 5 feet tall with pasted on jewels, and it is rolling directly in your direction with a stagehand chasing after it. I need you to either give me a dex or a dodge roll.
Ooh.
Dun,
Man,
dun, dun. Trouble.
Don't think he's good at either. Okay, he's good at dexterity, but just in case, I'm gonna burn another Eureka point.
Ooh, we're gonna get a whole lot of those this week, buddy.
No, I know.
Go
but
crazy.
Something tells me this is important, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
I don't know, if you get injured, maybe people will help you out and you'll be able to find out more information.
Speaking of injured,
still failed. Oh no!
See?
Do you want to either push it or spend 17 of your luck to succeed?
ooh,
Don't do it.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna take my lumps.
Jimmy, the less luck you
Okay.
have, the more
As
you
you-
had to gain back.
As it rolls into you, you feel it collides directly with your chest. It knocks the wind out of you. You take 1 hit point worth of damage as it pins you up against the wall and then falls flat over as it kind of does this whole motion to settle. And the stagehand who was chasing after it runs over, grabs it, stands it back up and begins rolling it away without even acknowledging you.
He's all excited now because India flashback again. We're knocked out of him.
Golly!
And with that,
Jimmy's
just
good.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And you are within just a few steps of the pharaohs who are playing cards.
Well, Jimmy's going to shakily get to his feet and walk on over.
And you can tell that it doesn't seem that they noticed what just happened.
Obviously, I picked the right place to work. This is going to be great. So, howdy, misters. Any one of you speak of the English?
They all kind of look up at you. One sitting closest to you takes a puff off of a cigarette and blows it straight in your face. Another one at the other side of the table, he puts his cards down, face down. He says, "Yes, I speak English. What is it that you need?"
Well, gosh, my name's Jimmy Summers, and I just started working here as a seamster. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You are a seamster.
Yes.
I did not know that we are looking for another seamster.
Well, anyway, I was just wondering if you fellas had noticed anything unusual lately.
Other than the missing star of the show, this is business as usual.
Well, yeah, about that. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that disappearance, would you?
No, I don't know anything about the disappearance. If I
Nothing
did,
at
then
all?
we wouldn't. If I did know anything about the disappearance, then we would not have a missing soprano.
Oh, well, shucks. Just between us stage people. I mean, surely she must have had enemies. Can you think of anybody who might have wanted her out of the way?
Go ahead and make me a persuade roll.
You tempt him, and he will deliver.
Persuade. Do I even have persuade as a skill?
Of
It should be.
course.
It's in there.
If mine's that high, yours is probably good.
Yeah, persuade. Oh no,
Persuade.
your persuade is
It's
not
a-
good.
No,
Never
it's
mind
not,
then.
but I've only got one Eureka left. And I'm not going to push it.
He says, "No, I do not know any enemies that Katerina would have." What kind of questions are these? You are not mere
Oh,
stagehand.
Oh, shucks. I'm just new and young and just trying to learn more about the world. I'm sorry. Sometimes I ask awkward questions. I'll leave you gentlemen alone. And Jimmy's going to go ahead and walk away. But as he's doing so, going to try to, listen, see if maybe he picks up on anything.
You hear them
Yeah,
going
some-
back to speaking Italian. Go ahead and, give me another listen roll. Damn, you and your listen.
Jimmy's a good listener.
Yeah, with that, you can hear them say, what, can you believe this fucking guy? Americans.
Oh, wow. Starting to understand how fascism rose in this country. Well, shucks. I guess Jimmy's going to try to, just poke around, see if he spots anything that, jumps out at him.
Okay. So you make your way around and a regular success. Okay. So you make your way around, and as you're walking around, you notice that there are sigils and pictures of Caterina Cavallaro on every surface, seemingly of every wall. And it's almost as if she's watching your movements all around the backstage. That mixed with the chaos of the backstage, all of the strange sights I'm going to need you to give me a sanity roll, first of all.
Oh, joy. Oh.
Fail? Okay, so you lose 1 point of sanity as this just sensory overload right now. However, with that spot hidden success, you are just wandering around the backstage, and as you do, you come to what look to be a set of stairs that go upstairs, and you see a sign on the wall which says, let's see. I know what it says in English. It says costumi.
Gosh, if only I could figure out what that might mean.
Well, does your skill of deduction tell you what might be up there? Or would you like to roll an Italian roll?
I'm just gonna go ahead and trust in my luck, and just go ahead, go up there to the room that definitely isn't the costume area.
Okay. So as you make your way up, the stairs go up what seem to be 3 full flights. And by the time you reach the top, your knees have started to hurt. Or maybe I'm summoning my old man. Your knees have started to hurt. You're starting to become out of breath. But you get in here, and it's actually a bit of a respite from the chaos that is downstairs. You look around, and you can see that this is the costumier's room. It's about the size of a Pullman carriage, and filled with material, pins, designs, and cotton. You can tell that there are no completed costumes around this area, but they are manufactured here. 6 dressmakers' dummies are adorned with costumes in various states of development. All 6 are wooden dummies. And you look and you see 4 women work here. One of them is a younger woman who is currently smoking at her desk, and the others are 3 elderly women who you would actually recognize as the crones who you saw in the cathedral.
Well, golly, that's mean. You don't got to call them crones.
He says to his own inner monologue.
Yeah.
That sanity point hit him hard.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
He's imagining some ape-like fellow who keeps stroking his beard, looking through a lens of some kind at him.
Oh, that damn ape-like fellow.
Eek.
Howdy, ladies. Sorry to intrude. Name's Jimmy Summers.
With that, they all 4 turn around. The 3 old women go back to what they were doing. But the younger woman gets up, and she's probably about in her late 20s or so. Currently smoking a cigarette, she takes it out of her mouth and walks over to you and says, "My name is Luisa Visconti."
No. How do you do, Miss Luisa?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, I'm here to apply for the seamster job.
I'm not aware of any seamster positions open.
Well, gosh, someone must have lied to me then. Well, you wouldn't know if there are any other positions available.
Well, as it turns out, and she ashes her cigarette a little bit, it turns out that they are looking for extras. I think they're looking for priests. But you are a little young. I do not know. Perhaps you would fit the bill, and she eyes you up and down. You are a little lanky and a little pale. But you may do.
Just the way God made me, ma'am.
Of course you are. Aren't you sweet? Go ahead and give me a spot hidden real quick.
Pretty young for a crone.
She is not a crone.
She's the young one of the group. The crones are over there.
She's actually sort of attractive.
Is she kind of, sort of a darker persuasion,
A little bit. She's got dark wavy hair that kind of comes down to her shoulders and ends in a curl like this. A little bit like kind of an olive complexion with brown eyes.
Oh. I mean, Jimmy has a type. We've already established this.
Violent?
Oh, I was just going to say female.
And as you're talking to her, you notice that it's actually chilly in the room. You get a bit of a draft coming in, and you look around and you notice that there is a door which is slightly ajar, and you can see just barely outside through the crack of this door, and it looks like it leads out to a fire escape bathed in weak sunlight. And as you're looking around, Visconti says, "I've been here for 4 months, and I'm not aware of anyone posting any new job descriptions for any new costumiers or seamstresses. But if you are interested in perhaps taking part in the play, you might go and talk to, oh, damn it, what's her name? What's his name again? You might go and talk to Arturo Toscanini, the director."
Oh, well, of course. That's jeepers. It sure is cold in here. Is that an open window? Do you mind if I close that? And Jimmy's not even going to wait for her permission. He's going to walk over and...
She takes another drag off of her cigarette as you walk past, and you try to shut the door, and as you shut it, it just kind of opens back up ever so slightly, and she says, "I've never been able to get that damn thing to shut."
I'm definitely going to spot hidden here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, with a regular success, I mean, you look and you can see looks like it's probably just an old faulty door. You can see that it's like a little warped, probably from exposure to weather. Perhaps it wasn't treated correctly. Doesn't look like there's been any tampering or anything necessarily.
I've noticed a lot of faulty doors and levers and such around here, and it looks like you people are in bad need of some maintenance, and I know just the crew of maintenance people.
Oh, do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, perhaps you can get the director to let them come in, and we do need that door fixed. It's quite chilly up here.
Well, all right, Jimmy's gonna get on that. Look for Mr. Toscanini. Aren't you guys glad you sent the right man in for the job?
All right. So while he's doing that, I guess you take your leave.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to try my luck with the crones. I feel like I need the adults.
What do you mean by luck?
They are more adult than anyone that you've met so far in this adventure.
And what did you mean by you people?
There's so many questions and all those words you said. You just you're gonna read with them? Book club with the crones?
You know exactly what I meant when I said you people.
All right. So as you make your way out of the costumery and back down the stairs, what are the rest of you doing standing outside of the La Scala?
Waiting for the sound of gunshots, waiting for the sound or this plume of smoke announcing a new pope being chosen, aka Jimmy starting a fire, or lots of screaming and yelling. None of those have happened yet, so he's just like...
See, that's funny, because I was going to say shooting passerbys, so that kind of works out. He's going to get at least 2 of the 3.
Woo!
All right. So actually, why don't you all make me a listen check real quick?
Ooh, I love listen checks because I always fail them.
So good at these things.
Always fail them. Like now is no different.
Trying to add a modifier on here so I can run it.
You know, if I had just spent a Eureka point and spent 2 luck, I would have succeeded.
I'm not
Okay.
good at listening.
So as you all are standing there outside, you look around and you're kind of just watching for anything out of the ordinary when Camilla, you hear just off to your left, probably about 20 yards down the street, meters, I'm sorry, we're in Europe, about 20 meters down the street,
Don't call.
you hear the sounds of what seems to be a heated argument. And you look down and you can see what looks to be probably some lower class individuals wearing, tattered and dirty clothes, some of them covered in grease, and a group of black shirts, which are agitating them. And you can see, go ahead and give me a spot hidden while you're at it.
Just Camellia?
Yeah. Oh,
Only
wow.
that.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see that well, no, you did learn a little bit of Italian, so you can definitely see that they are now they are holding signs. They have lowered them as it seems as though they're about to get into a conflict. But you see that they are protest signs, and it looks like, based on the wording, these are probably socialists protesting and you see the name on one of the signs that says Ennio Spinola.
Can you write that in chat? Do I know anything about Ennio Spinola?
You know that was the individual who was murdered in the warehouse.
Okay. Huh.
Martyr Spinola.
I will point to. I will show the group the people that are about to fight, and I say, looks like they're protesting, but looks like they're gonna start getting into some type of scuffle with the black shirts, so we probably want to move further away from them so we don't get into that. Unless you guys want to intervene, I wouldn't recommend it.
Don't really care, but I'm wondering if we could get the fool away from the door somehow.
I thought he went inside, old boy.
No, the
Jimmy,
the
guard.
The guard.
Oh, well, I mean, what was I to take by what you said, sir? It was so on the nose that I thought, you meant our friend.
Just gonna look down at Calvino. How far away are they? Like maybe a block?
Yeah.
Half a block?
I don't know.
What did I say? 20. What did I say? Did I say
20
20 meters? 20
yeah.
meters. Meter is 3 foot 3 inches, so they are precisely 60 feet plus 20 times 3, 60 inches, so about 65 feet away. Look at that math.
I just thought of something. We're looking upon this scene of people here, old boy. Do you think the cat has eaten his little lizard friend yet?
Look at Calvino. He might have.
I mean, he hasn't mentioned it in like 5 minutes.
Calvino hasn't?
No. What's his name? James.
Oh, him. I'm sure we've seen the last of him.
James or the lizard?
So Clay is gonna look at those people over there. They're a really good distance away from this guy, unfortunately. We could try and drag them this way and get this person involved somehow, but that seems kind of, it's not necessarily going to work, and it might just get us in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved. I think we just stay clear of them.
I heard an Asian man once say something very apropos for this situation. I think he said, "Let them fight."
Oh. All right. Well, then watch and see if anything happens, because from what I know, if there are a few black shirts, there are more black shirts around. So we'll see how it escalates.
Okay, and you can see that the protesters or socialists, they do outnumber the black shirts slightly, but you can tell that the black shirts are sort of, I mean, a veritable paramilitary group and make short work of these protesters. Just wipe the floor. The fight lasts maybe 15 seconds.
Just enough to get a few puffs out of my pipe and enjoy the wanton violence of these thugs.
And you see that there's a couple of socialists who are knocked out cold on the ground. There's a little bit of blood leaking out of their mouths, and a couple of them get up and run off. And you hear the black shirts shout obscenities in their direction and shake their fist. A bibbidi bobbidi!
I look over to India and go, are you sure you don't want to turn out their pockets?
Wow.
Are you weighing the option?
Ooh,
No, that was directed at India.
that was at India.
Oh, India. Oh, okay. I'm not used to being the woman. Not since Saturday.
Since when? You're always
now.
the woman.
Not since Saturday. In the game.
Yeah, in game.
Sure.
Tomorrow I might
they
change
call
my mind, but we'll see. No, tomorrow I'm a dwarf. India says, now Eldritch, look at all these people around. You really think that I would risk that?
Well, I thought you were very sneaky, so, I was giving you more credit than maybe I should have. I apologize.
Well, I might be sneaky, Eldritch, but I'm not that sneaky.
Well, something to work on then.
Perhaps. All right. And with that, the socialists are chased away. The black shirts reign victorious. Is there anything else that you do that you would like to address?
Waiting
don't
for a
think
bit
so.
longer, I guess, until we hear anything back from Jimmy. Now, this building is connected to the plaza, right? Or the large shopping plaza building.
Yes.
Now, we're outside on the side. That's the side entrance. Are there... And we did see the front, but we haven't seen any other entrances, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Just
by the
keeping
way, 36 likes reached, everybody. So everybody can go ahead and take a Eureka point.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, chat, for
Thank you,
liking
chat.
the stream.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
You're all right, no matter what Jimmy says about you.
Hey.
All right.
You didn't hear him backstage earlier. I mean, whoa.
Man, I had to cover my
Inflammatory
ears. Man,
I know.
oof, the worst.
All right.
A lot of hard
so,
R's.
Chat doesn't have an R in it. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What could he possibly be talking? I have no idea.
All right. So we make our way back inside. And let's see. As you make your way around inside there, Jimmy, I would say if you want to try to find the director amidst all the chaos, go ahead and give me a probably a navigate roll.
Ooh, I've never used that one before. All right. I'm gonna use that minty fresh Eureka point that I just got.
Minty fresh.
Man, you waste no time with those things.
No, I don't.
And actually, I'll tell you what, since before you roll that, since you all found the blueprints, I think India found the blueprints. Since you all found the blueprints and were able to sort of study them, you have a basic layout, a basic understanding of the layout of the theater. Go ahead and take a bonus die with that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Look at you. Oh, don't I still have a bonus die, or did I use my special bonus die? I don't remember.
I used mine. I don't think you used your.
I don't
Well,
remember.
No,
Oh, no,
remember
I
if you
didn't
did.
cross it off, so I think I still have it.
Extreme
Success.
success.
Yeah.
So you make your way around and you push past just a cacophony of noise and a plethora of people. Let's
With,
see.
like, Kate Moss confidence, I navigate through to find this fellow. It's a reference I'm sure no one will get.
And as you make your way around, you find a door which says Direttore Musicale.
Good luck with that one.
Yes, of course. Totally what I was looking for. Golly, just the thing.
All right.
Reach out and knock on the door.
You found Delaney. Nothing-o.
All right. So you knock on the door and you hear nothing at first. You wait for about 15 seconds and eventually the door opens and you walk in on a kind of a taller, slender man. He's got a long cigarette hanging out of his mouth with a long filter attached to it. He takes it out of his mouth and puffs of smoke. Puffs of smoke just kind of envelop you. And this office just smells terrible of cigarette smoke. He says, come in. And he ushers you inside, shuts the door behind you, and makes his way back around his desk, where he begins writing again. He says, what can I do for you?
Do I have the privilege of speaking to Signor Toscanini?
I am Toscanini. And at this point, you see somebody open the door and ask him something in Italian. He says, bippity boppity. And then the door shuts behind him.
I'm pretty sure that's not even how Italian.
Oh, such a beautiful language, mister.
I'm pretty sure that's not how Italian even sounds. Bapparebini?
No, a bippity boppity. Okay,
hey,
right.
Don't you mouth off to our Italian expert up there, Moss. How dare you?
Well, jeepers, mister. First of all, I'm Jimmy Summers, a student studying abroad, taking in the arts for one of my majors. And I couldn't help but notice that this place seems to be in really bad need of some maintenance. And I thought, well, gosh, I'd help a fella out and recommend a really good maintenance team to you.
With that, he kind of drops his pen and he looks up at you and he says, you are insulting the La Scala. He slams his fist on the desk and he says, how dare you, an American, a foreigner, come into my office and insult a place of culture.
Oh, place, I meant no offense, mister. I only want to help this place of culture. I want to preserve it. Golly, it's what I'm studying.
Thought you were studying India.
Among other things.
Go
Said
ahead
you're
and-
studying abroad.
Truthfully, American insulting a place of culture, we do that every time we go abroad. That's not too
We do.
surprising.
We do. That's because America is
That's because we
the
can.
best. We can get away with it. We have the military. So go ahead and give me a persuade roll real quick.
Persuade. Oh,
We do have the military, which Jimmy left out on the sidewalk drinking from his flask.
Yeah.
he's
Well, that's
trying, okay?
I have my gun and a permit.
It's
I'm
all
good
right.
to go.
I'm sure nothing Lovecraftian will happen to him in there. It'll be fine.
Well, he's the one that doesn't believe in vampires or spirits or the occult. He has to learn one way or another.
All right, last Eureka point. Here we go.
Oh, he's gonna learn now, all right.
Blasting through all of them. Fail.
Spend 33 luck.
You could try to
You know
push
what?
it.
He's
Push your luck. Come on. Do it.
You'll roll
my
a
God,
4.
no.
You'll be fine.
No, you roll persuasion. Your persuasion is a 10.
I mean, you
Yeah,
might
it's
get thrown
pretty-
out.
If you push it, something bad is gonna happen to you. I don't want you to die, unlike the rest of the people here.
Oh shucks, that's awful nice of you, Miss Camellia. All right, phew. Yeah, he seems awful mad. So I am going to spend 33 of my luck.
I'm just
Holy
gonna
Wow!
Wow.
hard knock life going through my head right now.
Oh,
Achievement unlocked for the most luck spent on a single roll. Wow.
Okay.
Well,
this
you know
needs to
what?
go into
I am interested to see if you can restore your luck at the end of the session, because that is, if you roll underneath your luck at the end of this session, that will be something, and you'll have it coming. Okay.
And he might get a third of what he spent back if he rolls 10. He'll almost be, you know.
If you fail, you might get the new nickname Lucky Summers.
So with that, you see he almost gets up as if he's going to stand up in anger, and then he settles himself back down. You really are interested in the Italian theater?
Uh-oh, he's froze. Oh, there he is.
You really are interested in the Italian theater?
Oh, golly, I sure am, mister. I traveled all this way.
And you are saying that we need some repairs. What in particular are you referring to?
Well, I know I ain't the only one who's noticed, mister. Oh, gosh, them girls up there in the costumier room, they're awful cold. They can't get that door to the outside to close. And I noticed some really squeaky hinges with your fella down there working with the fake blood and the armor.
Oh. Admittedly, it is an old building. Perhaps you are right. Now, looking at you, I can see... Promise, you have a history in theater.
I sure do.
Hello.
I used to trod the boards in old Kansas.
I do not know where Kansas is, but with that, he leans back in his chair and crosses his arms. Would you like to be made famous?
Well, gee whiz, that sounds spectacular, mister.
Perfect. With that, you see he springs up from his chair and opens up a drawer in his desk and pulls out a measuring tape, and he hurries over to you and he starts taking all kinds of measurements across your chest. He grabs your arm and holds it out straight, and he measures your arm. He says, yes, this is a perfect. You
Shucks, careful on the inseam, mister.
You will be one of my priests.
Oh boy, just what I always wanted.
Now, trust me, this is going to be easy roll, okay? All you need to do is when Radames comes out to give a victory speech over the Ethiopians, all you have to do is stand there. Do you understand?
Oh gosh.
Or do I need to slow down?
Oh shucks, I could give him a best shot, but really about that maintenance team.
No. This is about the opera now. You are a student of art. We will get to the
Golly.
repairs.
Upgraded from tree to sacrifice, just like that.
Gulp.
Well, what do you say? You want to be famous? You want to be in the opera?
Well, shucks, I could never say no to the arts, mister.
Of course you couldn't. Of course you couldn't. You remind me of a young Arturo. Arturo is me. I am Arturo.
Wow.
I love that. That was my favorite part of what Arturo said tonight. By the way, what Jimmy said there also, I think you could insert almost anything to, he loves the arts, he loves the whatever. He could have put any word in there, and it would have been applicable for Jimmy.
It's true.
Applicable.
Can't resist the insert.
So I guess you guys are on your own. Jimmy's been keel-hauled into playing the priest.
He's gonna be basically touring soon.
Yeah. With that, he grabs you by the wrist and yanks you over towards the desk and shoves
He says
a
he
pin in
needs
your
more
hand.
than one priest. You could say you also know other people that can be priests.
Gosh, thanks, voice in my head. Yeah, golly, I know some others who might be really interested in playing the part.
Really? You do?
Oh,
Are they about your measurements? We only have so many costumes.
well, I know one fella, he's a bit on the, well, old side and a little portly, but I'm sure you got something around here.
A little portly. What is his waist circumference?
Gosh, it's hard to say.
Jimmy just makes
He
a big
sure does
hugging
love them bread
gesture.
rolls. Really, just really kind of,
Ah, rotund.
yes, sir. Please don't tell him I told you that.
Of course not. You and I, we are friends. We are friends now. Now, all I need for you to do is take this pen and sign this release.
Oh, geez.
And he points to a page on the desk.
You're gonna get what you deserve.
Check behind him. Does he have a tail? A bifurcated tail. Does he have horns? Check
Yeah,
these
you know
things.
what, Jimmy's? Could I roll a spot hidden real quick? Just if I notice anything off in the room,
Yeah.
like some Cthulhu statues or something.
Good luck, Jimmy.
Hard success.
Faust.
Hard success. Okay.
What?
You look around and you notice that the ashtray is overflowing with cigarettes. Other than that, I mean, you can see old used props,
Just like Aunt Beatrice.
old podiums, old conductor podiums, and just other things that might have been used in previous productions. But nothing that seems out of the ordinary, at least for a theater.
Can I use my language Italia to try to see if I can read at least some of the release?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bippity boopy is all it looks like to me.
Yeah, you can read "I hereby," and the rest of it is gibberish.
With a sigh, Jimmy's going to go ahead and pen down his name.
Ah, perfect.
Eldritch door. Oh,
He grabs it and he rolls it up and stuffs it in his desk. This is perfect. And he clasps you by the shoulder. He says, "Now, why do you not go and get your friends, get your extras, the ones who have an affinity for the arts, and bring them to me? All right, now go." And he shoos you out the door.
Thank you, Mr. Toscanini. And Jimmy's going to run like hell to go get his friends.
All right, and as you do, you burst out the door, and the door slams into the back of this bodyguard, to which turns around.
Howdy, mister.
He gets out of the way and lets you out.
You rang.
Wise guy. I'm sorry, wise ass. I'm used to the TV version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Where they edit it to say wise guy. It's ingrained in my conscience. Golly, fellas and lady.
Bzz.
What is it, Jimmy?
you're not dead. Or bloody. Or on
Looks like I
fire.
lost.
I got us in. I got y'all in for a job interview. Isn't it great? We're going to be theater people now.
You're not the brightest bulb in the
Staring-
old stack of
staring at him.
bulbs, are you?
And
Well, as long as
we're
we
out here,
can,
though.
as long as we can go inside and look around, I guess. What exactly is this job?
Well, gosh, I think y'all are maintenance people now, but not you, Mr. G. I got you a part in the show.
Did you know?
Yes, sir. You're a priest.
A priest,
we
you
both
say?
are.
It seems you have exceeded yourself, old boy. Yes, you've gone above and beyond the pale of. Well,
I don't like to brag.
yes, you don't, do you?
And we're going in there. How?
Oh, we can walk on in. As far as they know, you're with me.
Big shots now,
I see.
I'll try to remember all the little people once I'm rich and famous.
I have to point out, I love how Gore has just gotten more and more cynical. It's just...
So yeah, Clay's just like, lead on. Just gives Camellia and India and Eldridge the side eye, like, okay.
Jimmy's gonna lead him on in.
You do
All right,
realize he's about to get us all murdered, right?
He hasn't managed yet.
Well, yes, no. He's leading us to be murdered. Of course he hasn't yet. He had to bring us along for it.
And as you make your way across the street and up to the door, the guard stops you once more. He puts a hand in your chest, Jimmy. He says,
Ci sono.
Oh, there's no need to worry, mister. Mr. Toscanini gave me even permission to bring these folk in.
and with that, he opens the door and lets you all in.
Come on, guys.
I don't really want to go in here.
Oh, don't
This
be
is
silly,
where-
Mr. G. You'll do great.
This is where the answers are. This is where the desecration or whatever they're calling it is going to happen. So this is where we'll need to be, fortunately.
And with that, you all make an entrance, and Clay, as you pass, being almost as big as this guy, you hear a low growl coming from him.
Clay is just going to do the same
boy.
thing and just kind of nod at him.
So,
And you make your way inside, and you all are greeted to the same cacophony as Jimmy was previously. In fact, it's nigh inescapable.
Is this?
Are you saying you want us to make a roll?
What's that? I'm sorry?
I said, are you saying you want us to make a roll?
Not yet.
Okay.
Where is your? What did you say his name was? Toscanini. You met the director.
oh, well, he's right this way. Let me show you. And I'm going to try to lead them back to where I was.
Do we see anything out of the ordinary in here, or is just just a crazy mess of theater people terrified that they forgot everything?
Yeah, I mean, you notice basically the same thing. You see what looks to be a large nose, like 10 feet tall, just leaning against a wall, made of wood. It's very strange. You wonder what it is that this could be used for. And you also notice the same thing that Jimmy did, in that there are pictures of Katerina posted on almost every surface, so that way, regardless of where you go inside, what door you pass through, Katerina seems to be watching you.
The nose is probably from Spaceballs. We're pretty sure of that one.
I was thinking it was the Sphinx's nose.
Spaceballs? Yeah.
It's full of pharaohs and whatnot. A Sphinx nose.
I like mine better. Well, yeah, follow Jimmy up the stairs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so you lead them back to Toscanini's office, and you just walk right in.
No, I'm going to stop. Jimmy's going to stop. Well, gosh, it occurs to me, y'all ain't really maintenance people, are you?
Oh,
How do you want
I
to
see
go about this?
I see the light bulb has turned on, Jimmy. Well,
We're not going to be here that long. We have to pretend to do things if we're maintenance. We don't have to actually fix anything.
Well, all right. I'll go ahead and walk y'all in and introduce you. And Jimmy's going to knock.
All right, you knock, and you hear Avanti from the outside, which basically
I think that means
translates
come
to
in.
come in. Yes, it does translate to come in. Thank you, Google Translate.
that's what she said.
Well, huh?
Oh.
And
Hey
as
there,
you
Mr. B. Oh, it's good.
As you enter, you see he springs up from his desk once more. He says, Jamie! You bring your friends. Oh, let me look
Yes,
at you. And
sir.
he, immediately, as you all enter, Camellia, his eyes fix on you, and he saunters over to you, his shoulders back, but his head forward,
Whoa.
almost as if he's like a bird of prey. And he saunters up to you. He says, "You are a daughter of Italy,
Yes.
truly." And you can tell that he's like fawning over you at this point.
Oh,
And he
nice.
pulls a measuring tape out of his pocket and he says, "Do you mind
Okay.
Oh shit, he's getting his McMahon on.
that he takes your measurements and stuff?" He says, perfect. Perfecto.
Clay is trying not to laugh at the moment because it's just like,
You, I'm sorry. I did not catch your name." And you see he goes in to cup your face with both of his hands.
Okay. Camellia Spaziani.
Camellia Spaziani. You will be one of Radami's harem.
Okay. All right. I hope the outfit is cute. I guess.
It is stunning.
I love
is
that's Camelia's
perfect.
turn.
I can't wait to see the outfit.
It is a perfecto. And then he looks over at you, Gore, and he says, looks back at Jimmy. Rotund.
He's not.
Bug. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's not, by the way.
Oh, is he not?
No. Have you not
Oh,
seen a
okay.
picture of him?
Not in a while, actually.
Then you got a little bit of that old man gut, little
No.
pot belly.
He
Well,
says,
still, he eats all the rolls. Jimmy just assumes that that's the same as being fat.
"Surely this is not the rotund person you were talking about. You,
Oh, is that what he said?
I haven't the faintest clue what you're talking about, mister. I said no such thing.
You know, his heart is in the right place, but I think it may be with his brain. I'm not so sure.
well, you have the makings of a priest. The wise in the beard is very nice. Do you mind?"
Do you
And he
think so,
holds up the
do you?
measuring tape.
Sure. Why not?
Like how he asks Gore for permission, but just walks on up to Camellia.
And he asked for permission to measure Camellia.
Couldn't hear him over all the sexual aggressiveness.
The chop is looking.
There were so many hormones in the air. I couldn't hear.
I can't believe a man is a lech in 1920 something. How
I know. Hey,
I mean, come on. The Italians are a very romantic people, okay? Everybody
word.
knows that. A very intimate people.
There you go.
And he takes your measurements, Gore. He says, "You would be perfect for a priest. You will stand." He frames both you and Jimmy up. "Yes, you are perfect. Young Jimmy, you will be the protege to, I'm sorry, your name is," and he looks at you, Gore.
Go.
High Priest Gore. Yes. Rings nicely. Gore and protege Jimmy. Yes, is perfect. And then he looks over at you, Clay, and he says,
I look
"You
down at him.
look." This is how I look at everybody, by the way.
I don't believe that for a second.
You have the fittings of a general in Radami's army.
He's just gonna
he's
look
the-
over at Jimmy.
well, he's the maintenance guy I told you about.
Maintenance. I do not see a tool belt.
He's that good. He doesn't even need a tool belt.
Well, if you say so, Jimmy, you would not fail me. Now, would you?
Indeed not, sir. I love the theater. And give a thumbs up to
Of
York.
course you do. Of course you love the theater. So you are maintenance man. Young Jimmy here tells me that there is a door upstairs that needs fixing.
You know, old boy, now I know why you called me stupid for this plan.
And Clay's just going to say, I heard.
Well, all you need to do is take a left, and then a right, and then go up 3 flights of stairs into the costumery. And there you will find the door in question. Do not mind the old women up there. They've been here for years.
And look over at India.
Oh yeah, I forgot that she was there. And he's
Kind of forgot she existed.
exotic woman. You have a very nice complexion. Very fitting of the setting. Do you mind? And she says, I'd rather you didn't. Ah, okay. A thorny one.
Spot on.
Of course. For those of you who are going to be in the play, please, approach my desk and I will have you sign the releases.
Release, you say? I'm of the old, thinking of the old world, old boy. I like to sign a deal with a handshake. I don't like to sign contracts.
Make me a persuasion roll.
How about I make you kick you in your ass roll? Give me a second. I'm gonna spend a Eureka point for that one. Persuasion? Yeah, there we go. I am the fucking failure.
Would you like to push that roll?
Yeah, why not? What's the worst I can do? Get kicked out of here? What a shame that would be. Oh yeah, I failed monumentally.
No sign, no priest. I would have you leave my office now, please.
Come on, Mr. G. I already signed it.
Yes, you did, didn't you, old boy? You may come to regret that. I am not signing a damn thing.
I'll ask Clay to look at the contract in Italian, if he's still there.
Yeah, he hasn't left yet. He was about to and see if India was his daughter. India was coming with him instead of hanging out in this office. Yeah, he'll take a peek at it. I mean, his understanding of Italian is at the level that they consider you're fluent in the ability to just read normal everyday stuff.
Okay, so you can definitely tell that this basically is a simple release of liability and permission to, take photographs and things like that. If you want to know more about it, then you can give me an Italian roll.
We'll do an Italian roll because, like I said, he's at that 11% where it's like you can read all the basic things, but that's about it. So he's going to try. I'm going to actually, what the heck? I've only got 2 of them. I'll just use 1 or none of them. I'll just roll and see if he even figures anything out. It's probably going to be like, nah, nope.
You don't want to spend 16 of your 45 luck?
Nah.
Maybe spend 33.
Yeah. Yes, he did. So no, he's just gonna look down and say it's mostly boilerplate stuff. It's just don't fall into a trapdoor. They get to take photos of you and whatnot. It doesn't mention your soul.
Can I try? I mean, I have a 1 in Italian, but can I try to read it and see if I can hear?
Yeah, you can definitely try.
-3.
Alright, I'll use an Eureka point for this. Oh shit, nope, 40.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you can basically tell the same that Clay can. Not quite to the extent, but you can tell it's just based on your understanding, probably a standard contract.
Okay, alright. I will... I'll ask him if he has a copy of it in English.
What was it? Camellia, my dear,
No.
you are in Italy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I do not. But contract, all it says is that you release liability from the Teatro de Scala, and you allow us to take pictures of you for promotional.
Okay, can I do... I mean, it's not insight, but would it be psychology to see if he's leaving any other details out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I got a 60, which is just a normal success.
I mean, you can definitely tell that he's not summarizing the entirety of the contract. There might be a clause in there or two that he has not mentioned.
Like possibly pay. Clay is just going to look over India and say, "Come along, dear. We have a little bit of work to do." And he's just going to kind of.
Yes, Dad.
We're gonna head out. We're gonna go look for some tools. Just any tools that are laying around. Maybe even just a toolbox that's unattended, and take that up with us.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll. I know you'll just succeed on it, but you know.
Well, unless I roll 100.
Unless you roll
I'll fail.
100. Yeah, I mean, just off to the side, you see just a standard toolbox.
Yep.
Got a hammer, some pliers, whatever was invented back in there.
Yep.
Strangely, a pipe bender. I don't
Pick
know.
it up and then hand her the pipe bender.
She picks it up and handles it like it's almost like it's a club.
Kind
I
of
bet
thought
this
she
would
might. Not for Jimmy.
Oh, yes, Dad.
Darn it.
All right, so you know that he is not necessarily giving you all of the information written on the contract. Do you do anything with that information?
I mean, I can't read it. I don't feel comfortable signing it. I will say, well,
You got feminine wiles.
no, perhaps,
He clearly likes you.
you know, perhaps we can then write a new contract in English that says you can take my picture and I released your claims if, say, something happens, but I know you're not telling me everything in the contract, or I can just not sign it. It'll just be this one time.
Okay. Fine. There is a clause in the contract that releases the theater from financial liability as well, saying that you are unpaid extra.
I have signed this contract before.
Sucker.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of knew that. We didn't really expect to be paid. Honestly.
Perfect. Then there's nothing from keeping you from signing the contract. Yeah.
Can I roll like psychology to see if he's keeping anything else behind?
Yes.
It's almost like she's paranoid. I love it.
Regular success.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that's basically the entirety of the contract.
Okay. Alright. I mean, that's it. So I will go ahead and sign it then.
Okay, so you sign. Eldritch does not sign, correct? Or
Oh
Nope,
no,
still
you
not
are
signed?
correct. No.
okay. All right, so Jimmy and Camellia are both in the show. Perfect. I'm gonna jot that down real quick. Let's see. All right, so India and Clay make their way up the stairs. They take a left and then a right, and then they go up 3 flights of stairs, and you come to the costumery where, as you open the door, you are met with a chilly draft, and you see 3 old women working diligently with needles and thimbles, and one younger woman with yet another cigarette sticking out of her mouth. Turns out everybody around here smokes.
Makes sense. They're all under stress. And it's the 20s.
Yes, can I help you?
He's just gonna hold up the toolbox and point to the door. Try not to make too much noise. He'll say in Italian.
So Jimmy was not lying. He did know a handyman. An American handyman, for that matter.
He's just going to tip his head to her and head on past and look over. Are the old ladies there?
They are. And they are the same old ladies that you saw back in the cathedral.
He's going to set the toolbox down on the table and then start and just asking you to peek at the door and see what we're looking at what we had to work with. And he's going to be just looking through the toolbox or something and just say to her, I was at the Duomo and I saw those ladies. Morning. It's very sad, very sad. They seem to be quite upset about it.
Do you think that they knew Miss Cavallaro personally?
Possibly. And ask the young lady who's just, I don't know if she's still sitting there working, saying, did they know her?
Who, them?
Yes.
They have known every actor that passed through.
Oh,
They've worked here for many years.
Very, very upset at her loss.
Yes, they take it particularly hard. And everyone here has.
And he's going to just kind of look over all the costumes and just say, I've heard there's been problems. You don't seem hurt. I read the paper.
My country, there.
Oh, yes. I've been here for a few months, about four months. And it seems as though the theater was having a hard time keeping other people in my position for longer than just a couple of months. I have shown no symptoms, but apparently they were coming down with things like pneumonia and rashes and gastrointestinal sicknesses and things like these.
Nasty. And he'll take a couple of tools out of the box and walk over and pretend that he's inspecting the door.
Okay. Let's see.
And just getting a lay of the land, kind of looking out, see where this fire escape goes, if the ladders are down.
So you can see that this fire escape actually, it leads down to the ground, and it's on the opposite side of the theater from
Excellent.
the cast entrance.
Okay. And it's stairs going back down, or is it ladders?
There's a series of ladders and stairs. You can see that the first, from the ground level, there is a ladder that goes up to the second story, and from there, it goes into stairs that zigzag all the way up.
Okay, and is that ladder down currently? It's not an extendable ladder. It's just built in a down position, so it just fixed.
You can tell that currently, since the door is basically unable to close, that ladder is currently retracted.
Okay. He is going to just kind of whisper to India, while I'm making a fuss about this door, maybe you should go down there and see if it's possible to actually lower that ladder, just so it's ready in case we need to. I don't know how loud it's going to be, so maybe don't lower it unless you need to, but at least see if it can be lowered. And he's just going to start then, tinkering, opening the door up and, closing it and opening it a few times, seeing what the hinges are doing.
Okay.
Making some noise to cover her sounds.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. We'll do this. Since you are helping, I will give her a stealth roll with a bonus die. Ooh. As she tries to make her way out, you see Louisa speak up. She says, it might be dangerous going out there if you do not want to fall. To which India says, oh, trust me, I'll be all right. This is all part of the job. And you see Louisa, she just kind of shrugs a little bit and goes back to her work.
Okay.
And India makes her way out onto the fire escape and down a few flights of stairs. Are you kind of keeping an eye on her?
Yeah, just kind of, he's outside, looking at the outside of the door, kind of blocking the doorway, but just kind of checking on her every few steps.
Okay, so you can see that the railing it shimmies every time she takes a step. You can tell that it's not the most secured fire escape, but it seems secure enough to at least hold her weight. As she makes her way down, she comes to the ladder, and you see her fumbling around a little bit.
Okay.
Make me a spot hidden roll real quick.
All right. Hard success.
Hard success. You can see that she kneels down and she starts fumbling with what looks to be a lock. From what you can tell, it looks like the ladder has been locked in place.
Okay.
So with that, I think that she would definitely use a locksmith roll. I don't know. I don't want to use a Eureka point for her, but they do expire, and she does have one.
Yeah, she won't get to use it otherwise, technically.
I don't know. I'll leave it up to the party. Do you think that? Do you all think that she would use a Eureka point for this?
I wonder what chat thinks.
I think so.
Think she would, but yeah, chat. What does chat say? No dead players. I'm not pleased. Excuse me, dead characters.
There we go. Thank you.
I knew what you meant.
Nice save, Rudai. Nice save.
Yeah.
I would say that she does it all the time. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I think she would.
Yeah, you think she'd save it? Daxie says he thinks she'd save it. She's probably saving it to slap Jimmy. Thank you, Havoc. That's probably true. Okay, so she'll just roll a straight locksmith roll.
All right.
I mean, she's gonna smack Jimmy anyway.
Oh!
I think you should say that she uses it though.
Yeah, after you see the roll.
No, because I would have. I mean, I said she would use it. I said she would use it.
She'd absolutely
now would we use
spend that luck too.
She would spend the luck
Yeah.
with the moves.
She hasn't been shy about spending luck. That's
Yeah,
true.
she definitely hasn't. So she will go ahead and spin that luck to make it a success. And as you're kind of like inspecting the door, you can hear just the faintest click. And she takes the lock off and shoves it in her pocket. And you can see she kind of gives it a little bit of a test to see if it'll go down. And it moves ever so slightly. And she's like, oh, okay. And she makes her way back up.
Okay.
And she says, she says, I think I got it.
Good work. At least this way we have a way in and out if we need to, or if we get kicked out or something. All right. Well, I can't really do much with this door because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to just tell them that the door frame is damaged and I'm going to have to get something else to fix it. And we should go wander around a bit.
I would like to go and try and get into the basement since I was told to leave.
Okay. I don't even think there is a basement. Oh, there is a basement. Okay.
I thought there was one on the map, yeah.
There is. Okay.
And since I know where it is, it shouldn't be a problem to find.
Yeah. Go ahead and since you have had a look at the blueprints, go ahead and give me a navigate roll to try to navigate through all the chaos, but do it with a bonus die.
Okay, bonus die.
Looking at blueprints and trying to walk through and find it yourself.
Lusatore.
Oof,
Okay.
that's not a good 2 rolls.
No.
So at this point, there are just too many people walking around. There's too much noise. What looks to be the orchestra is still trying to tune their detuned instruments, and you just cannot remember where the entrance to the basement is.
I will push it.
Okay.
This is such a bad idea.
Man, he's going to end up on the stage.
Can't wait to do it. Where the hell did it go?
Back in the priest.
Come on, baby.
He'll end up in a kettle drum.
You know what? I'll spend it. I don't care.
Okay.
You started the trend.
I know.
All right. So,
I can
as
find it.
you make your way around the theater, you find what looks to be a trap door just off to the side of the stage, and you open it up, and there is a set of stairs that leads down, and you can see that there are currently lights on downstairs. You make your way down, and I wish I could. Oh wait, I can zoom in.
Zoom in.
Hush, cat.
Okay. So you make your way down, and as you do, you come to what looks to be a hallway that wraps around what you would assume to be the auditorium.
Auditorium? I thought I was going in the basement.
You are. But it looks like there's a hallway which wraps around the perimeter of what would be the auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a couple of doors that lead to either side. You can also see some doors which lead into a much larger room on the inside.
I will ever so slightly peep into the auditorium room.
Okay, so as you peer in, you can see that there are a number of doors around this large area which lead in here. It looks as though these are stage doors.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that this is what looks to be kind of like a storage room for props and lights and different kinds of things like that. The place is just littered with all kinds of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, it looks to be ways up. If you look up, you can see trap doors that lead onto the stage where people will go up onto the stage from underneath,
Mm-hmm.
especially behind where the curtains would be.
All right. And where does the other place take?
So if you walk around, you can see it looks to be a lot of just normal things that you would expect to find in a theater. You can keep going, and you can see you find some dressing rooms on the western side of the.
No, I don't care about that. I meant the room. You said there was another big, much larger room.
That was the larger room.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll try and go downstairs again then. Basement.
That is, you are in the basement. That's what I'm describing to you. Because right now, where you were at was just below stage.
Oh, it's below the. I see. So what's the auditorium then? Is that not?
Or I apologize, maybe I misspoke. Where you were at was just below stage. The larger room was below stage.
Oh, okay, so I'm under the stage, I guess. What you're saying?
Right.
All right. Do I look for? I carefully look through doors to see if there's anything hidden or weird or out of the ordinary with my hand on my gun at all times.
Okay. You make your way around. Are you kind of just wandering down the hallways?
I'm very carefully wandering around the hallways, sneakily.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
All right. Maybe I'll win some kind of roll today. Maybe not.
Okay. You think you're being stealthy?
Wait, you can spend
Well, I'm
only
being
3
stealthy
luck.
because I'm going to spend the 3 luck because I don't care.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, that's what I was
you've
about
adopted
to
the
say.
fuckhead attitude.
There you go. Boom.
Okay.
Success.
So as you do, let's see, and go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll as well.
Do I succeed in that stealth roll with the luck? I mean,
Yeah.
That count as a success? Okay.
Yeah,
then
it
the
counts
other-
as success.
Then my other one was too. With what was it? What did I do before that? I did something.
Yeah, navigate. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Did I succeed when I paid for that one? I think I did, right?
Yeah, you found the basement.
I spent a lot of shit on that. Okay.
Yeah, you found the basement.
All right. Yeah, let's go. I have an extreme success.
Nice.
All right. So as you make your way around, you wander down the halls and you find some dressing rooms. And you can actually hear some people talking in the dressing rooms. A couple of women are talking down the hallway in one of the dressing rooms. Okay. Go ahead and give me a listen roll.
Come on, baby. Ah, you freaking fucking.
Yeah, at this distance, it's a little bit of a murmur. But with that spot hidden roll, you kind of, it's strange. You are looking around, and your chest starts to get a little bit itchy. And as you kind of like look down, and you can see it looks like a rash is beginning to form on your chest. You can see the skin is becoming a little red and somewhat like pimply.
Out of nowhere.
Seemingly.
Gluten allergy.
I think I will leave.
All
We'll
right.
wait outside.
That's why
I've had enough of.
You don't dig up mummies.
I've had enough of this place.
All right. So you make your way back upstairs and outside. Is there anything else that anybody in the party would like to do while you're here?
I'd like to first aid myself.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead. Are you trying to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, try and figure it out, fix it, make it feel
I
better.
would say if you're just trying to stop the itching, you can give me a first aid roll if you want to figure out what it is.
Maybe a little of both. Well, failed that one.
Well, I mean, you try to think about all the balms and pastes and things like that that might stop itching, and nothing comes to mind.
No, nothing. But I would like to figure out what it is too, because I have a whole 3, and I'm sure I'll
Okay.
do well on this.
I'm sure you will.
Maybe I'll even push it. Oh my
No
god! I almost
way.
All right, I'm spending the 2 luck, Moss.
Okay.
Jimmy's got
I'm
a
spending
good
it, you
first
son
aid.
of a bitch.
All right.
Jimmy's got good
So-
first aid.
With
I don't know
that,
why I just rolled shitty. But
you,
yeah, you can help me
guess
later.
that based on that medicine roll, you know that there are some like airborne allergens. Some people might have allergic reactions to like pollen. As to what it was downstairs, it could be a substance used to say like treat mannequins, or it could be any number of things. Given what all was down there, with just a regular success, it's hard to nail down exactly what it was, but you can guess based on that medicine roll. You guess that it was some sort of airborne allergen, and now that you're out of the vicinity, it should probably
Okay,
go away.
fair. I'm gonna go wait outside for them.
Okay. And what about the rest of you? Are you all going to do anything else while you're inside?
Clay is going to leave this toolbox out on the fire escape, just so we have the things out there, and
Okay.
tell the young lady that he's sorry, but the door frame is damaged and warped, and we're going to have to get someone in here to do a little bit of construction to fix it.
She
So-
says, I could have told you that, but okay. I trust you'll be back. I would be so thankful if you can finally get that door to close.
If only Jimmy had told me this, and he's going to do this with his hands.
With that, she kind of raises her eyebrow. Go ahead and give me a charm roll.
Okay. He's going to actually throw his last point on here just to help. Good thing he did.
Good thing. You see, she like raises an eyebrow and looks you up and down, and just kind of goes, and turns back to her work.
Okay.
Oh my.
And lead India back on through. If there's anything unusual on the way out, we'll try and take note of it. But I guess we're just going to be heading out and see if we meet everyone.
Okay, sounds good.
Because we know the show isn't starting for hours, right?
That is correct. Yes,
Okay.
it starts at 8 o'clock tonight.
Right.
And India looks over at you, Clay, and she says, "Clay, I think she liked you."
The what?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
All right. And Camellia and Jimmy, what are you doing?
I mean, Jimmy's kind of just going with the flow now. He's he doesn't know what the hell to do next. He's already gone way out on a limb. He's gonna follow Camellia's lead.
Okay. So basically what Toscanini does is he gives you a little overview of exactly what you're going to be doing. He says that you'll have specific places that you'll want to stand. You will both be near the actor who is playing Radames, who is he's the Egyptian general, who is one of the main characters of the opera. You will both be standing nearby to him. And just gives you a general overview of what exactly is expected of you, what you're supposed to be doing. And he says, be back here by, say 6 p.m.
All right, Miss Camellia. I guess we should get started on our vocal warm-ups. What is to do to die today, a quarter to 2.
No,
we
it's
don't-
pickles, I think.
Well, we don't have any
What?
lines, so I think we're good.
Ruda's gonna
Oh,
kill me
shucks.
now.
Didn't-
So you
Should
guys keep
always do your
going for
warm-up.
just a second. My little bitty baby bladder is turning on me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did anyone clip that, by the way?
I'm sure it
Pickles
was
made.
like,
Baby.
That's a good question, Adam.
I
What's
remember when
what?
people used to clip things.
My bitty baby bladder, bitty baby bladder, bitty baby bladder. That's a good vocal warm-up.
I don't think there's anything. We could look
Not
at the
clipped.
stage.
I have a suggestion for you, but I'm not in your head, so I can't tell you.
Okay, send it to me in the DM then.
Oh, wait!
Unique New York, New York,
Medicated.
unique. Unique New York, New York, unique.
I think we should look at the stage where the aria is supposed to be sang.
I think that is a capital idea.
He's retarded.
The stage,
I'm not good at stealth.
It's been a day of firsts. I'm not really good at anything, so
Be fun. Spend some luck like I did. It'll be
I'm
great.
not really good at anything, Jimmy Summers. 1923.
Jimmy's good at everything, but not great at anything.
He's good at getting into trouble. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Well, I got y'all into the theater. Yeah, that's something.
You did do that.
While you
I'm
two
trying
are
to look through.
digging around.
Oh, there we go. That's right. Yes. Did I ever tell you, Miss Camellia? I was an actor once in the Kansas Opera House.
Oh.
Like I'm looking through my notes here.
Interesting. We're gonna check out the stage to see where the area might be sung and if there's any hiding spots. Just get familiar with escape routes.
Okay. So obviously you can tell that there are actually no stairs leading up to the stage, but it looks like there are doors which lead backstage from the auditorium. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to hide. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Can I do one too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a hard success.
Okay. Well, didn't need to.
Okay. So, you can tell that maybe positioned correctly, there might be a little bit of a hiding space down in the orchestra area. But there's going to be an orchestra there tonight, so it's hard to tell if anybody will actually be hiding there. Anywhere that there is to hide is going to be probably backstage.
Okay.
What else were you looking for out here? You said hiding spots, escape routes, things like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, basically all it is just you see there are a number of aisles that go between seats up to the rear, or I guess, yeah, up to the rear of the auditorium. And they all lead to one central large swinging door. Excuse me. And then on the outer aisles, as I said, there's a door on either side, which leads backstage.
Okay. Huh. All right. Let me look at the map that we had of this thing. What about any dummy floors that fall down?
You can definitely tell that there are some on stage, but those are usually used to, like, between scenes, people will bring props up through those, or maybe in a certain dramatic, they'll have certain dramatic entrances through those doors.
Okay. I'm kind of curious if the place where the one actor was supposed to be standing to is going to be standing over a trapdoor.
I would say, they don't really have the spaces marked yet, and basically all you know is that you need to stand more or less near him.
Yeah.
So you don't know exactly where it is that he's going to stand. But I tell you what, you would guess that he's probably going to stand near the center of the stage, as he will be the main act during that scene. So I would say probably give me an intelligence.
Okay. 33. I don't have any
Nice,
more
okay.
Eureka points, so I can't use them. Oh no, wait, actually I had one left over. Oh, it's fine.
Okay, so you can definitely tell that there is a trap door right center stage, but you don't know exactly if that's going to be exactly where he's standing, but you would guess that he probably will be standing somewhere near there.
Okay. Alright. But it might be near there. I will point it out to Jimmy. And I will say I'm not really sure what to expect, but if somebody is trying to kill him or delay it, they might have him fall downstairs. Can I open the trapdoor for where I am to peek down?
You look and you see there are no latches where these are.
Okay.
It looks like they probably opened up from underneath.
Backstage, there's no levers to open the trapdoors?
You look around and it doesn't seem like there are.
Could Jimmy perhaps use his knowledge of the theater to devise a way to open the door?
Huh. From up
I did
here?
write that in his backstory.
From up here?
Well, just
Is that
in
what-
general.
Just in general? I mean, you
Yeah.
know that you'd be able to open them up from underneath the stage. What exactly is your goal? Are you trying to devise a different way to open them up?
Well, just Miss Camellia wants to get in there, and Jimmy's trying to help.
I mean, we can always go to the basement.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna have to do.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me navigate rolls. Again with bonus dice.
Oh, goody, because Oh, thank goodness. Bless you. All right, let's see.
Maps are great.
Navigate. That sounds like something Jimmy would say.
Oh,
Maps are neato.
Good job, Jimmy.
Dang.
Jimmy got us there.
Okay.
Oh, success.
Okay, so yeah, you pretty easily find the door that goes downstairs, and you find the exact same thing that I described to Eldritch.
Which was what?
A
Sorry,
long
I was
hallway,
not there.
It's a long hallway that encircles what you would imagine to be the underneath the stage.
Okay.
And then further beyond, you see a couple of longer hallways that stretch beyond.
Do we hear the young women or women? Don't
Yeah,
know
go
if
ahead
they're
and
young.
go ahead and give me a listen roll.
Where's that listen? Dang it.
Regular success. Okay. You can definitely hear them. You can hear
Wow.
people speaking down the
Jimmy got a
hall,
hard success.
and you can tell that they are definitely speaking Italian.
Oh, golly. Can't really understand what they're saying, Miss Camellia.
I'll roll
Oh, no, I should try to
Italian.
roll Italian.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No! It was so close to just being one.
it's almost
I
there.
fumbled.
What
You
is
try to focus in on what it is they're saying, and your ears just pop, and now all of a sudden you can't hear anything for just a second. There's like this tinnitus type ringing. You snap your fingers,
Oh,
and it eventually goes
no.
away.
I hate that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a fail.
Unfortunately, it seems as though their dialect is just outside of your experience.
Okay. Alright. Well, I will look for the trapdoors.
Okay. So go ahead and, well, I mean, you can easily enter and you can see the trap doors from above. You do see a few ladders, a few step ladders underneath that normally you would guess would probably be used to get up and open those trap doors and feed things up through them.
Okay. I will do a spot hidden, and see if somebody left anything behind that shouldn't be here, like weapons, poison, gas, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Looking
Jimmy's
for
gonna
mustard
help.
gas. You are bound and determined to find that mustard gas, aren't you?
Mustard gas, yes.
Or a flamethrower.
Regular success and regular success. Okay. So if you're looking specifically for weaponry or drugs or like just things that really shouldn't be here.
I would say sabotage of any kind.
Okay. So Camellia, you're looking for some weapons, things which might be used to harm other people. You see some prop weaponry like wooden swords which have been painted silver. But as far as real weapons, chemicals, things like that, you don't necessarily see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And Emmy, you're looking around and you don't see any, you don't get any sense that any of these trapdoors has been sabotaged or anything.
Everything looks on the up and up, Miss Camellia.
Okay. Well. We should see. Can we? I want to do another spot hidden roll, and look for. Let me think. We're not gonna find the chameleon because Jimmy has the chameleon. There's no way of really track magic either. Okay, would I be able to do a spot hidden for things that seem to have been moved or something to create like places for people to hide? Because I'm assuming there's gonna be this is what I'm assuming. Somebody's gonna be hiding downstairs, So they probably moved around props and stuff to create a hiding spot for them, so they could do whatever needed to be done during the theater.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do another spot hidden roll for that, you can.
There we go. Hard success.
Hard success. Okay, with that, you can tell that there have been a lot of things shifted around in here. A lot of that you would guess probably has to do with the fact that some of these things are going to be used in the play or in the opera. A lot of these things down here have sort of like an Egyptian bent to them. But looking around, I mean, there's a lot of places that somebody could hide, but nothing really sticks out as something that was specifically constructed or moved around in order to hide.
Okay. Well, Jimmy, I'm starting to wonder if the whole area thing was just a lie. There's nothing about it, or maybe nothing will happen at all.
Well, I guess all we can really do at this point is wait and see, Miss Camellia.
Yeah, we did search. Alright, nothing to see here. I guess let's go back upstairs and then meet up with the group outside.
Okay. So you all make your way back outside and you meet up. What's the plan?
Well, I found us another way in for later.
Okay.
India was nice enough to unlock the ladder on the fire escape on the opposite side of the building, so it's ready to be pulled down and we can get back through the door.
And I will explain. Jimmy and I looked for traps and sabotage. We didn't find anything. There is no mustard gas hidden or no weapons hidden of any kind. So we should be pretty safe inside.
And
so
as you say this, you find that you're having to take more breaths than you feel like you normally would, almost as if every other word you have to give it a and
I'm
then say
curious,
the word.
Camellia,
oh.
did you actually expect to find mustard gas in there, or is that some sort of a joke?
It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah.
I'm
Well, we
sorry.
know that
I'm English. My humor is sort of dry sometimes.
you don't have any humor. You're English.
Wow. You know, old boy.
I do.
I wasn't finished, okay? I found
There's
nothing in there.
more?
Oh, there's always more. I am Gore, after all. There's always it rhymes, you know.
Very nice.
Anywho, the only thing I found in that dagnat place was some sort of infection or some sort of irritant that has caused me to come out in a rash upon my lovely chest.
Well, you're going
And I
to
show it to them.
Your costume.
Look what they've done to me.
Ooh, that looks
Huh.
infected.
Jimmy, do you have a
Ooh,
rash?
I want to. Golly, Jimmy's gonna
Because
lift
I
up his
feel
shirt
like
and.
I feel like it's hard for me to breathe.
Yep. As you lift up your shirt, you feel a bit of like a muscle cramp somewhere in your stomach. It's just like it almost makes you want to bend over and just get into a fetal position.
Jimmy does love to bend over.
You know, this is what happened to that guy in the Alien movie.
Yes.
Is he
Okay.
showing visible signs of pain when he does that?
Mr.
Jimmy, would
York,
you-
I don't feel so good.
Well, you shouldn't have told those lies, Jimmy. They hurt on the inside.
And how?
Maybe it has
the
to
pet.
do with the curse. Maybe it has to do with the curse. There was a lot of costumes and prop weapons downstairs. Maybe this is why it's causing people to die
I'll
off.
try to roll a medicine.
Jimmy, you didn't happen to inhale any of that mustard gas down there, did you? We've run into a lot of the Germans on this trip.
I didn't smell no mustard, Mr. G.
I don't think that's how it works, old boy.
Did you see a sarcophagus down there or anything like that?
I saw
No,
nothing but
but-
irritants.
There were
It's
some
Egyptian.
Italian people down there talking.
That's not the same thing. I'm
gonna
wondering
do-
if they had Egyptian, if they have mummies.
Hey, 36.
I'm gonna do first aid
Oh.
on myself.
Hard success. Okay.
Sounds like Jimmy is crying to his mummy.
As you're kind of trying to figure out, what it is that could help you get your breathing back, you're thinking about it, and you're noticing that since you've left the theater, your breathing has returned to you a little bit.
Oh.
Like you're starting to be able to catch your breath.
Okay. Huh. Well,
So
Jimmy,
there's something in there.
I think you should feel better now. Ish.
I don't know, Miss Camellia. I still feel like I ate some of my best friend Pedro's food.
Maybe don't
Clay's
eat
gonna-
their food.
Take
Well,
out the
Jimmy.
flask.
At least
Just
you
a
didn't eat
sip,
your
Jimmy.
best friend Pedro.
That's true.
Silver
Jimmy a
linings,
tiny-
Mr. G.
Tiny sip from the flask, Jimmy. Just a small sip.
We take him where we can get them. He's hell bent on making you some form of alcoholic, isn't he?
Fine.
You know what they say, Jimmy? Misery loves company.
It's good topically as well.
Well,
But that aside, you do remember that the aria needs to be, well, the fairy tale version is that if you sing the aria there alongside, you get your fondest wish. So it's possible they're going to do something while the aria is happening.
Where though?
It could be in close proximity. I think it's supposed to be near, so it could very well be down below where you were having these problems.
I didn't see anywhere. Moss, did I see anything down there that could host a group of people like that?
No.
And was there any
necessarily.
doors that I missed that would have been that could have led to somewhere like that?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, it was all pretty standard fare from what you understand about
I should
about
probably
theaters.
rolled some more spot hiddens.
Do we know anything about the Aida, like specifically besides that, it's all the Egyptian stuff? Anything that would clue us into when, I suppose, the part that might cause this to happen would happen? I'm assuming it's supposed to be the female singing that is the, the aria, the part that's supposed to trigger this, correct?
Yes. So, you know that this is the aria is, well, I don't know. Do you have an arts and crafts like acting or?
He has novels, and that's it.
Jimmy does.
The
He's
tree does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, I would have you give me that roll, and I guess
Not as a skill.
oh, it's not as a skill.
Okay. What did you need?
I'll tell you what.
Arts and
Since you wrote it in your backstory, I will allow a hard intelligence roll, and Clay, perhaps you would be familiar with it in writing form. Go ahead and give me a novelist roll, and I'm looking for a hard success.
All right, I'm going to use my last.
Extreme success.
Oh, I don't even have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I already committed to it. He succeeded, but it's just a regular success.
It's a special success.
Okay. So, Jimmy, you are. You've actually probably heard this somewhere, at least in passing. You know that the aria is typically sung around, well, it's always sung during Act 2, Scene 1.
Pearl 3.
Yes.
So I will
And
go
typically
ahead
that's
and-
like 45 minutes to an hour into the aria, or into the opera.
So I will relay that to the group.
And that is not the point that you
we
two
have
will
to
be on
be
stage.
there for 1 hour listening to people sing the opera. I'm gonna
Well,
bring
that's
a
asking
sleeping mask.
if you're going to
It's a beautiful
need
art
to be
form.
on stage at that point, or if they're going to be backstage.
Oh,
Don't any of you find it strange that you've been coerced into this play and you haven't even been told your parts or how to act in them yet?
they did tell us
Well,
our
no,
parts.
I'm a priest.
And what are you supposed to do, priest?
Stand.
Really, I'm just supposed to stand there.
Moss, did he say when our scene was, what act and what scene?
He did,
yes.
yeah.
So yours is the one shortly after, or shortly before, sorry.
Jimmy, let me get this straight. You're playing a tree in a priest suit.
Okay, so the
Gosh.
aria is sung during Act 2, Scene 1, so that means that I will be there at the end of Act 1?
Correct.
Okay. What about Jimmy?
You're both in the same scene.
Okay. Okay, so I will explain that to the group, that we're just gonna stand there in the middle, right next to a trapdoor, at the end of Act 1. It sounds like the aria would then be sung through Act 2. I'm assuming there's gonna be an interlude between Act 1 and Act 2.
Oh, no. Hold on. I apologize. Scratch that. I got it backwards. So you will be in there in Act 2, Scene 1. The aria is sung Act 1, Scene 3.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Sorry about that. I got the two mixed up.
Okay, so the aria happens before their scene. So they'll be backstage? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there will be an hour. Then we'll finally get to Act 1, Scene 3, which is insane that it takes an hour to get to Scene 3.
45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. And then at that point, they will sing the aria. I'm assuming center stage, by where the trapdoor is. And then there'll be probably an interlude. And then Act 2, Scene 1 will start, where Jimmy and I will be center stage, right in the middle. So it is possible that whatever happens will happen in the middle of Act 1, Scene 3, particularly related because I memorized where the trapdoors were. There is a trapdoor conveniently located right center stage, where it would make sense for the singing to happen. Now, Jimmy and I did look carefully in the basement. They didn't really seem to be any hiding spots, so whatever's gonna happen, I think it's gonna happen fast.
Right, but like I said, the fairy tale, the other version said that you just need to be there singing, and who knows if it's a single person that needs to be doing this, because it says their fondest wish would come true, and if this person is doing this, whatever they're doing, it might not involve a lot of people.
Is the singing is the tale that the person who sings get their wish come true, or people around them?
I believe it's the person who is, or I'm not certain of that, but I think it's you're supposed to sing along with the aria, and your fondest wish will come true.
Oh.
Am I outside while we're having this discussion?
Yeah, we're all outside.
I would like to roll a spot hidden to see if I see that mist looking at us in any strange way anywhere. I'm very paranoid.
Okay, you're looking for mist?
And it's always, when we're outside, it's always there, so.
Okay.
I figure I will give it here. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people around, but it didn't seem like, I mean, the sun is kind of out.
The one,
so you
one
wouldn't,
above good.
you wouldn't expect to see any mist out today.
Well, I was one above good anyway. My luck is running out, as they say.
Okay. So you sing alongside the aria, so you don't even need to be nearby them at all.
I think you just need to be in the vicinity. I think it says you need to be in the theater, so I'm assuming below would be as good as next to.
Is there any particular song you need to sing?
Whatever they're singing.
The aria.
The aria.
Do we have a copy of it?
I'm sure we can find one.
I would like to see a copy.
Okay.
How about lunch? A late lunch.
What about a liquid lunch?
He's just gonna. I don't need to go anywhere for that. But our performers might need something, and you might want to get something for that rash. We can stop by a chemist.
That might be a good idea.
All right. So yeah, let's get some food or liquid lunch, whatever you guys want.
So,
And then we could all just sing alongside and make a wish.
I'm starting to feel it might be more complicated than that. That sounds all too easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Okay, so you all make your way to a cafe.
And a chemist.
And a chemist. Okay, so you find a chemist, and you find some balm that's supposed to be some sort of an anti-itch.
Yes.
It's very cool to the touch.
Is the chemist also a doctor?
The chemist is. You guess he's probably got some sort of degree.
I asked him if he knows what could cause such a rash.
He's got some sort of a degree. I love that. That was a great answer. He's a barber.
He says, well, it could be any number of things. Airborne allergens, or perhaps exposure to some sort of food that maybe you did not know that you were allergic to.
What about a confined space underground? What would cause it down there?
Mold,
Anything?
perhaps? You may have been exposed to some sort of mold.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
And
You've been fairly helpful in some sort of way, I'm
the
sure.
reason I'm
he
put
gives
in
you a little-
mind, I put in mind
He
of
throws-
the captain. What's his name? The big guy from Lilo and Stitch, who just keeps going. Does this look infected to you? there's Gore right there. Hey, Mr. Gore, guess what I'm about to have a snack of?
If I had to get bread roll, dinner rolls, nice.
Is that a Hawaiian roll?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
Well, then you missed out.
Plain old non-Hawaiian roll.
Yeah, but you gotta get.
Mainland roll.
So
Now
if
you're
you
making me hungry.
If you can find, I don't know if Costco has it, if you have Costco nearby where you're at, but Sam's Club has it, and it's like a cinnamon sugar butter, and it's basically Texas Roadhouse butter.
They
And
do?
It's
They have that?
it's
Oh,
the
my.
best.
I know where I'm going this week.
my
But it
God.
sucks because in order to shop at Costco, you need to buy a membership. Like it's
Yeah, I have one. Well,
It is
Sam's
worth it.
anyway.
100%. It is worth it.
Oh, it's totally worth it. Bulk
You
is
buy a
the way to
go-kart
go.
and like a 64 pack of
First
milk,
off-
or
Bro, I haven't bought toilet paper in a fucking
Yeah,
year.
and Sevvy,
Really?
for no other
Yeah.
reason, Sevvy, the gas is cheaper there than anywhere.
Yeah,
Moss,
usually like 10 to 15
are
cents
you
a
talking
gallon.
about the butter, the same place where they have the like garlic butter and all the other little butter, like
Yeah, they have all the gourmet
yeah,
butter.
Those are so good.
Yeah. Welcome to
Gourmet
Buttercast.
Now we just need a butter dish. Dun, dun, dun.
you can buy coffins at Costco.
Yeah. Which is odd, but you know,
You go to Costco or Sam's?
when you need a coffin, you need a coffin.
yeah, and hot dogs and pizza.
Costco or Sam's?
I mean, with the kind of stuff you're eating there, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
I think.
I go to
I've gone
Sam's.
both.
Okay,
I
thank you.
have a Sam's.
Me too. I thought for a second that you were catching Noel-itis and
What the
can't hear
hell?
anything I say.
No.
Chris Ann says you can refinance your mortgage at Costco.
What?
What the
What?
hell?
They want to own everything.
Does Walmart own Costco as well?
I know they own
the
Sam's,
hell?
don't
Okay.
they?
Okay. I really have to
Jesus.
question your coworkers' sanity if they refinance their mortgage at Costco.
Well, if it's cheaper like the gas is, why not?
I mean, maybe
you
they do have
also-
like discount interest
Oh, God.
rates.
Hey,
Oh,
you
dude,
watch
I
Idiocracy?
save so
Sassy
much
Witch
gas.
Boss?
said you can buy adult toys.
Oh God,
That I've never seen.
You've seen Idiocracy, Moss, right?
Oh yeah.
Carl's Jr. is
Walmart.
possessing,
Yeah, that makes
repossessing
sense.
your kids or whatever. You're this is where we're going.
We have been in Idiocracy, my friend.
Yeah, we've been there for quite
Oh,
some
man.
time. Speaking of
Ow,
which,
my
Sam's
balls.
Club
There
is
we
the
go.
best.
That is Jimmy's show.
Okay, time to buy full coffins
And
and,
the rude
sell
eyes.
them to everybody.
Wow,
I'm
Wow, we
sure
just
you
went
can
off
get
a
a
shot at
profit.
Jimmy out of nowhere there.
Bam! Literally.
Welcome to the interlude in Call of Cthulhu, where we talk about
Exactly.
shopping
Yeah.
trends at Costco.
That's
Yeah.
why. It's because I had a roll. I know.
Listen, Frost, you haven't lived until you've seen a rude eye kicked in the balls.
It's true.
I've not lived. I guess.
No.
Me either.
Hey, he
All right.
didn't even make fun of me saying pickles to him in chat, so he's not even here right now.
He's not paying attention anymore.
No, he's probably ill still. Still ill. He's like Commander in Infinitely Poisoned.
There you go.
So you all go to you meet with the chemist or pharmacist and get yourself some itch balm, and make your way to a cafe to discuss the plan going forward. Is that what I'm understanding?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to get these people some food since they've been exposed to toxic substances.
Okay.
You leave
have
India out of this.
all of the carbohydrates possible available to you, including a gelato.
Okay. By the way, did India leave the pipe bender out on the?
I think you left India in
Or
that
did she-
woman's room upstairs.
Or did she take it with?
We'll say India probably left the pipe bender with the toolbox.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure if she was just still walking around with it the whole time, like just.
Got a random pipe bender.
What does that woman have a pipe bender?
I mean,
Running to
she might.
I just assumed she
okay.
was still there. Hello, guys.
No, she's
That's
just
the last
paused.
thing. That's the last thing Europe needs right now is another foreigner walking around with a tool and no job to perform.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so you all meet at a canceled. You all meet at a cafe, and you have basically any Italian food available to you, and you are free to discuss your plans as you wish.
So, do you have any idea what your costumes are going to look like? Did you get to see them?
Did we
You
see them?
did.
Yes.
You did. So Jimmy's costume is going to be kind of a longer. It's a full robe with a hood that has. It's white is the primary color with red accents, and there's a golden belt or a golden rope which goes around it as a belt. And Camellia, your costume is actually going to be it's like mostly a skirt that goes down to about the shins, and what looks to be like a what do you call them? It's like a spaghetti strap that shows the midriff. It's very
Spicy for that day and age.
it's very spicy, but you are a member of King Radami's harem, so.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting some shin action.
That's a nice way of he's saying you're playing a hoe.
Yeah, basically.
It
I believe
happens.
it.
He set you up.
That's alright. I'm gonna I'm just gonna strap my gun to my inner thigh or something.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Is I'm not certain if you're going to be able to bring stuff.
Army. Hello.
Bigot Army!
Bigoted.
Thank you,
Yay.
Hypnotic.
What's up, guys?
Welcome
Was
in.
it?
Hello,
Welcome
everybody.
to tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express, where we talk about opera and butter.
Not necessarily that order. Well, no, it wasn't that order.
It
Oh,
Oh
wasn't
no,
that
it's Bio-T Wolves.
Hey,
Normal.
Bigot Army, clapping your cheeks. Thank you, sir, for the $2. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
And 5
And we got 5, yeah.
memberships. Yeah, nice. Hey, Sassy Witch got one of them.
Nice.
Thank you.
She's been witched.
You guys
She's
are
been bewitched.
ever so generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you
And
for
one
the
from
Adam
Crystal.
Riddle. You guys
Nice.
are
7 of
with
9.
Christos. You guys are epic beyond compare, and we love you.
Sevvy
Thank you.
cheeks.
Nice.
Well, you guys make sure
Okay.
to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already.
Oh, because it will give us the Eurekas.
That's true.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so
He has one thing he's going to have to go get before. If we don't go back to our hotel, he's gonna have to go back there and get this. But if we do, it won't really matter. So
right now you've got we'll say it's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it is definitely a late lunch. You've got about 5 hours before showtime. Those of you who are taking part in the opera have about 3 hours until you are asked to return.
okay. So when we get back to the hotel, Clay is going to go into his roll-up that he has all his weapons and equipment and stuff in, and pull out a pouch and he's going to hold it out to Gore and everyone else and just say, I only have one of these, and I'm not sure if it's going to be the most use, but it might help someone. And he's just going to open it up and pull it out, and it's a World War I. It's a gas mask.
A gas mask. Okay.
Why do we keep thinking there's going to be gas?
Hey,
He had trouble breathing.
There are fumes
72
on
likes,
theirs.
guys.
There.
72 likes. So that's a bonus
72.
die for everybody.
Yay.
There we go. Those are real numbers.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I like those numbers.
Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome.
I will take the mask because
Okay.
I did debate buying a mask at the pharmacist. But if you have a mask, then I don't need to.
Yeah, this is a full-on gas mask with the canister and the hose and everything. It's literally a World War I emergent. It's a gas mask. It's the one he used or had in World War I. So,
Okay.
So how about guns?
well, of course we have the guns.
Yeah, Jimmy is missing his 45.
There is a 45 left.
Perfect.
Yeah, just gonna go ahead and take that.
And
Thank you.
And again, just for the record, I'll make sure to strap on my my gun around my thigh to make sure to keep it with me, just in case.
So do you have like a little Derringer?
Yeah.
I don't remember you buying a Derringer, but I'll allow it. Okay.
So the other thing that Clay does have in here, he has the larger things won't help, the machete and the knives and things that he has, but he does have normal, just basically K-bars, the equivalent of a boot knife without the brass knuckles like Matilda has.
So you're not taking Matilda?
He's taken Matilda. He's always got Matilda, but he's got these in case anyone else needs a backup of some sort. They're literally just a simple knife.
Perfect.
I'd like a
You'll
knife.
take one.
Okay.
I'll
They're
put that
just,
in the inventory.
Considered a knife.
All right, gear up, guys. We're going to the opera.
No, it's enough.
Exactly.
We have geared
Well, how
up.
do you go?
We
Well,
have
it's a
we have a
Arnold
mask in
Schwarzenegger
case there's
montage.
monster gas, and we have guns and knives. I think we're good. We can
Well,
we
it's a
can
good
now
thing I
head to
have
the
a
opera.
ticket.
Yes, we have tickets. Remember, I stole them from Mort.
Yes, but you people are working the opera. I'm going as a patron of the arts.
Yeah, I stole them from Mort when he was passed
Yes.
out.
Yeah, stop bringing up his name. That creep shares the same name as me. I don't appreciate it.
Sure missed that feller.
All right,
Clay's gonna look at you.
I will
would use
give
that.
everybody. I will give everybody their tickets.
Does Eldridge have a nice suit?
I do.
Tuxedo?
Yes, of course. We used it when we went to what's his face's places.
I wasn't sure if he had a tuxedo.
Yeah, didn't we get them? Didn't we get fitted for them when we went to the thing?
You got
last
a
time?
nice suit.
Yeah, back in London, you got a.
Back in
you
London
had a
we got
nice
one.
suit.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a nice suit. It's not tux, but it is formal wear required of patrons going to the opera?
Yes.
So we might need to get you fitted with an actual tuxedo.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I could use a nice tuxedo.
We don't have a lot of time, so it's probably not going to fit perfectly because they can't tailor it.
I'm a perfect specimen. I'm sure they have one that will fit me perfectly.
Look at his watch.
What do I look like? Some sort of fatty or something? Please, I am a well-fit old gentleman.
He's just going to kind of backhand you right in the stomach.
Only
Yeah,
someone
you're fine.
stupid could think that I wouldn't fit into a beautiful, nice thin man suit. He must be a total boutard.
Very nice.
Tuxedo,
Well, I guess I know what we're doing.
Helmet.
We have to go buy nice outfits for India and Eldritch because India probably doesn't have a super formal gown.
I thought she was helping.
Okay.
I don't even understand. Oh, I wasn't there.
So
we
we can
have
do-
to come in.
We can just say that all of the formal wear is going to cost you, say, like 150 lira.
Great. Then we can just not worry about doing the shopping. Excellent. Yep,
It's a
we'll get rid of the
formality at this
whole-
point.
Yeah.
It'll be nice for her because she'll have the opera gloves, the beautiful, little tiara and all that stuff. She'll look like a princess.
Why would
Some
you
might
wear a
say-
tiara?
Why not?
Because
Some might
that
say-
looks gay.
Getting dressed for the opera
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
was super easy.
Not the thing with
Barely an
that.
inconvenience, exactly.
Yes.
My father was
thinking about
gay.
the tiara, obviously, but wow,
It
Jimmy.
explains a lot, Jimmy. Thank you.
We learned a lot. Yeah, so we are going to be quite set.
Okay, very good. Are there any final preparations that you all wish to make before the opera tonight?
We may be up late, so everyone might want to take a little bit of time and take a short nap.
I would like to know if Jimmy has realized his chameleon is gone because he hasn't mentioned it all day.
Oh
Is
no,
your
Wool
chameleon
is safe
gone?
in my room.
Is it now? You sure someone didn't run off with it?
Jimmy actually is going to go ahead and check on Woola.
Okay, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
They don't call it the chameleon for nothing, boy.
He is a chameleon, yeah.
No way!
Holy shit.
No way!
Roll the
She just walked
one.
in.
Oh my
I'm
god!
doing
dude.
chameleon numbers today.
Wow.
Getting all the Gandalf runes, Moss.
That's crazy, dude. Okay, so you head into your room, and you can see that in the just up on the headboard of the bed, you can see blended in against the almost plaid patterns on the wall. You can see that the chameleon is blended in almost perfectly. The only way that you see this is you see its little eye just kind of following you around.
Am I making you
buddy.
paranoid at all, Moss? Because I'm really trying.
You're making me paranoid.
Yeah,
that
that's
means
what I'm
anything.
trying to make paranoid.
No, you're making me paranoid.
Oh.
I don't know about you.
I don't know what I've done to do that. I've done nothing. I'm such a wonderful person.
Wow.
Today's my day, big day on the stage, Woola. And so, wish me luck, but say break a leg. That's what we say in the theater.
Oh, dear boy, please do break a leg.
All right. So, do we want to go ahead and fast forward to the opera?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, let me change some sounds over very quickly.
You know, Moss, you might want to change some sounds over pretty quickly.
Ah, I can do that.
Mariachi
Okay.
music. No?
No.
Wrong campaign.
All right. So, you all make your way to the opera. A little bit early, probably, because obviously there's going to be a lot of people filing in. And you know that some 3,000 people eddy in the piazza, at the ticket windows, in the foyers, and in the salons of La Scala. They make up none of the animated chatter and gossip usual to opening night. These Milanese have dressed in black, they speak in hushed tones and avert their eyes. It's almost as if they are attending a funeral. The bells ring and the sober crowd moves to the seats and boxes. Your tickets put you all front row center stage. From the central chandelier in which a dinner party can be held, to the 6 tiers of boxes which soar up to the shallow domed roof, to the 60 feet of crimson curtain that veils the stage, everything is of epic proportions. It is impossible not to feel dwarfed in this theater, and a little awed by this place.
Don't be hard on yourself, Moss.
And Gore dies.
And what's that? A giant boulder falling from the top, from the roof? Okay, so you go ahead and you take your seats. Those of you who are taking place backstage, you're watching as all of the actors hurriedly run around for getting ready for scene one. And by 8 o'clock sharp, the conductor taps the podium with his baton, a thin, sharp sound that finds every corner of the hall. The music begins, a very familiar melody that you all can remember from Cavallaro's impromptu performance on the Orient Express. The curtain bunches up and up and up to reveal a stage, a great hall of ancient Egypt. Priests sacrifice, plaster lambs at the feet of a statue of Isis, whom they petition to choose a new Egyptian leader. The young warrior Radames sings of his hope to be chosen, and also that upon his return from the fight against the Ethiopians, he may ask Aida, who, as you all might know, is a captured Ethiopian slave and handmaiden to the Egyptian king's daughter. He aims to ask Aida to marry him. Little does he know that Aida is a princess herself, the daughter of the Ethiopian king and leader. Radames is chosen as the new Egyptian leader, and the priests take him away to be presented with his armor. Aida's tortured aria, Ritorna Vincitor, the one that you all know so very well as the aria, begins. The understudy, Di Mattina, starts with none of the vocal power nor presence of Caterina, but suddenly the whole opera house begins to hum with the resonance of the song. Everybody seems to be trying to sing the piece themselves, almost as if everyone in the theater also has a wish.
I too am singing.
Although gradually you all begin to distinguish something that sticks out in the cacophony of the aria. Go ahead and everybody can go ahead and make me a listen roll.
Please let me get a good listen roll just for once.
All right, I'm gonna use.
You feel the? Oh, I got it. Hard
I'm
success.
gonna use an Eureka point for this.
Regular success.
Hey, I got
Finally a listen. Finally.
Ooh, 45 hard success. Let's go.
Very nice. Okay.
She's back.
So, as the aria continues, you hear the distinct noise, a noise which you had heard just a few nights before, or the night before, actually. The sound of Catalina Cavallaro's voice rising above the rest of the audience. You look over and you can see there's a tall, elderly man. And go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh my fucking god. They put her in the old man's body.
What?
regular success.
Okay.
Oh my God! How 96? Shut
Extreme
the fuck up!
success. Let's go.
Nice.
I want to push
So,
it, Moss.
go ahead and push
pushing
it.
it, you son of a bitch.
Push it.
Yeah, that's
There you go. Better.
All right, hard success. Very good. You all notice that this elderly gentleman has scars that run down his neck.
Oh no!
Oh shit! The organ transfer.
Called
Yeah,
it.
they-
Called
Yeah, they
it.
took her.
Called
took
it
her
to her
vocal
throat.
cords.
Yeah. Her.
Yeah. And now, do we recognize this guy? Does this look like?
I don't believe you've met him before. No.
I was gonna say, do we
You never actually.
There was no picture of him.
Yeah.
So
you
he's
never
singing like a woman.
You never actually tracked him down. But those of you who recognize that this ritual transfer has occurred need to give me a sanity roll.
Oh, I like sanity.
I'm not a fan of
Did
sanity.
I don't have any sanity.
Okay.
I am insane.
I've got.
Does that mean
Oh
you too?
no! Oh no! Look how close I was to absolute death.
Oh god.
Hey, you're still alive
wow.
though.
I
Hold
guess,
on.
I mean,
need
I
to
would
roll
assume because
for it.
you, Jimmy, you succeeded the spot hidden.
I'm good. I got a 7.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm trying to. Why is it not rolling here? There we go.
No.
We'll do another one.
Wouldn't,
God,
this
I've been-
wouldn't bother
Oh
me.
man, I missed it by 5.
All right. So those of you who, does anybody want to spend any luck or anything to try to succeed?
I want a hard whatever you
If I
call it.
can,
I'm
Oh,
good. I
Moss,
got an extreme success.
Moss, can I
is that-
push it?
Can you push it? You can't push sanity rolls.
Oh, that's a shame.
yeah, if I can throw the luck on there, I'll succeed on the thing. I'll just
Okay.
take the
Was,
points off
was,
his luck.
was that a shot, by the way? Was that a shot at me for squandering my luck earlier?
So those of you,
What?
those of
No.
you who succeeded, you will take 1 point of sanity loss. And those of you who failed will also take 1 point of sanity loss.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that was a good spend.
You
5
jerk.
of my luck.
Now, the crowd, you notice that the crowd seems to genuinely have focused both on their performance and their own petitions. It's like they're focused on their own version of the aria and haven't noticed the voice of Caterina Cavallaro coming from the front of the audience.
Wonder why it had to be her.
Now, next to this amazing singer of an old man sits a large old woman, wizened and wrinkled enough to be his mother. She sits there, slack-mouthed, almost drooling, listening intently to the aria, as though trying to remember something important.
Oh boy.
And towards the end of the aria, she begins to weep. Anybody who wants to can go ahead and give me Italian rolls if you want to figure out what lines are being sung.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
the
I'm
end
not
of
even
the
gonna
aria.
waste. I'm not even gonna waste time on that. I'm gonna try. You know what? Jimmy's gonna focus instead on a wish, since that's apparently
Okay.
the theme of the evening. You know,
Okay.
I can't believe
He's-
they took her like vocal cords.
And Clay was going to
he's
do
good.
something, but you let me know if we can.
Okay. He wants to what?
Clay was going to, once he, gets into the full swing, if nobody's noticing, since he's in the front row, he's just going to stand up, blocking people, and just point back at this guy who is singing and standing there, because he stood up, right?
No, he's just sitting there.
Oh, he's just sitting there, just pointing, and look at the person next to him and just say, "How's he doing that?" And just totally interrupting people.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a I guess give me a persuade roll.
Okay. I'm not good at persuading, but we'll do it. Where's my persuasion? Why can't I find it on my sheet? Oh, yeah, he's very low with persuade. He's better at intimidating. Nope.
No. As you do this, you see looks like an usher is making his way down one of the side aisles and is eyeing you.
Okay. I'm going to just eye him right back. I just
Okay.
point at him and just say, "No."
Make an intimidate roll.
All right. Regular success.
Okay. So as he makes his way, you kind of point back at him and say no, and he just like and turns around and walks away. And as you're doing this, it doesn't seem as though the audience is responding to your pleas for attention, trying to point out this old man, which is singing in Caterina Cavallaro's voice. I need everybody to give me a spot hidden roll as well.
Oh, dear.
Okay. And by the way, Jimmy's wish is that we all make it out of this alive and with our sanity intact.
Okay.
I like it.
I got a hard
Okay.
success.
Okay. So those of you from both the audience and backstage who succeeded, you notice that her neck is also scarred.
Oh. What?
Interesting.
And she bears a faint resemblance to Cavallaro. Perhaps she's related or something?
Oh, or maybe she is.
Related.
Maybe she is Catalina Cavallaro and she got aged somehow.
Okay.
That's horrifying to think about.
Well, so horrifying that I need everybody to give me a sanity roll.
Yay,
Oh
let's
my
do this
God.
again.
As you realize that this is Caterina Cavallaro, twisted and warped and having her talent and God-given gift robbed from her, those of you who fail will lose 2 sanity points, while those of you who succeed will lose 1.
Fine. I lost 2 sanity points. That's bullshit.
Now, on either side of them are 2 uncomfortable-looking but well-dressed middle-aged men, 4 in all. Let's see. Now, as the aria comes to a close, the old man slumps forward, breathing heavily, and a new backdrop unfurls. The new scene is inside the temple of Ptah. Incense billows out into the audience as Radames strides in, and you see Toscanini. He ushers both of you, Camellia and Jimmy. Go, 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 go.
Okay, I'll go.
It is time to take your spots. And you take your places next to Radamis, who present, and some of the priests come out and present Radamis with his sword, his sandals, and a helmet. And then a spotlight comes upon something which is being currently wheeled in. A suit of armor is arranged on a large dressmaker's dummy. The priests lift the armor off, and for a second, the bare torso swims under the spotlight, almost in a pearlescent type fashion. It reacts to the light and gleams and almost changes colors. It has the look of almost an opalescent marble.
This sounds like a substance we've seen before.
Sounds like we found the Oh my god. That's why we were feeling sick. Because we were close to the other part that we were looking for.
Which part of it looks like that? Or all of it?
All of it. This
I'm
dummy
assuming this is a torso.
basically just an armless torso, standing there in the spotlight and just gleaming this pearlescent glow. And as this happens, as this is unfurled, you see the older man goes, "Ah!" My dog's just like freaked out. And he leaps up and begins to shovel his way towards one of the side aisles and is going to try to make his way backstage to retrieve his wish. And with
Guess who is going to try and intercept him?
With that, we are going to end tonight's session. And next up, on next week's episode of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express, we will start the chase for the torso of Sedefkar.
Well, at least Jimmy and I are right next to it. So good call, Jimmy.
All right.
Yeah, Jimmy's not completely stupid.
Let's not go overboard.
I mean, it was my plan.
Note I used the qualifier completely.
No, Jimmy's a very smart guy. He's just not always effective with how he uses his
Different
smart.
kind of
Should
smart.
we do do you want us to do the rules today?
Yes.
Or, okay.
So let's go ahead and we still got a little bit of time before outros and stuff. So why don't we go ahead and get some improvement rolls going? Sevvy, your rolls have actually been showing up as they should be.
Oh yeah, no
So,
lag, no
Let's
lag.
see, I'll try
By the way-
listen roll. Nope. Okay.
He's not stupid. He's advanced.
And lock.
I'm
Nope.
stupid faster.
That's it then.
Okay, sounds good. Tag somebody.
I will tag Chris.
Okay. Well, let's get that fast talk going there, sweetheart. Let's see how that goes. That's a fail. So
Fail, that's good.
hey,
You failed properly.
Oh.
failed successfully.
I like how Daxy's like, is it weird that despite the asylum, despite the basement crypt, despite the guy teleporting with the help of a giant cockroach, this is the most disturbing scene so far?
Oh my god. The dream lasagna thing was the most disturbing.
Dream lasagna. I wasn't there for the dream lasagna, so I got no context.
You should go back and listen to it. It was interesting.
Regular success.
Oh, you didn't go to the lasagna? Yeah, that would have made you crazy.
I think I did, but Jimmy was like more or less in the background for that one. So
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Navigate. Come on, it's got to give me something. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Roll. Good fail roll.
Wow.
Look at that.
Jesus.
That's a
Critical
first.
improvement.
Jimmy. Wow.
Jimmy the
Things are
Navigator.
coming up, Jimmy.
Jimmy the Navigator.
Hey. Oh, Jimmy's got
Let's
the
roll that
rolls
luck.
today.
Hey, everybody has to have a really good night before they die. So
Oh my god. There you go. You filled your luck, so you get to improve it.
You know what's funny? I've been rolling high all night. I guarantee I'm gonna roll low now. Fucking game.
Hey, look at that. You got
Yeah,
90
look
or
at that.
30. 3 luck back.
Jesus.
9 luck back.
It's almost a quarter of it. Well,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
a little over.
Okay.
Havoc says Jimmy's playing with loaded dice tonight. If that were the case, he wouldn't have to spend 33 luck on one of
That's
his
true.
rolls.
Yeah.
I can't
a good
believe
point.
you spelled 33 luck on it.
Don't ever say I never sacrifice anything for you people.
Thank you, Jamie.
I'm gonna tag Frost.
All right, we'll do novelist first. Hey, horrible rolls. I mean, great rolls. Charm. Nope. Let's see. We got intimidate, which unless he rolls really high, is not going to go up. And listen. Hey,
Bat in the tower.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
listen goes up by 6.
Not bad.
And then we go with
Higher than average.
luck.
Chris
Ba-dum-bum.
borrowed Sevvy's dice bag.
Oh, look at that. I missed it by 3.
You caught me.
I have not made a luck roll in 6 sessions, I think.
I
something like
never
that.
make it, but I never spend it until today.
And I'm going to tag that old man who's not rotund.
Why are you gonna tag yourself? Spot hidden first.
Bam.
Oh boy, that was so close. It was so close.
You
Stealth.
should do India Maria after this, Moss. Because she had locksmith and then...
I failed. Failed stealth.
Good job.
Oh, and a 9. I am a
Very
stealthy
nice.
That's
old
pretty
man.
Very nice.
Let's go for the navigation. Watch me get a 1. Nope. No 1.
80. Very nice.
Let's see. Will I be a navigator too, or just Jimmy? Just Jimmy. Listen, you bastards. I've been getting too lucky. Oh, no. I failed. Fail. Let's go listen. Come on, baby. Give me some listen. This is 5 is better than nothing, damn you.
That is
And
true.
we'll go for the old luckety luck, which... how lucky can we get tonight? Lucky enough, you sons of bitches.
Good job.
Come on, 10, fucker. I'll take a 5.
5 is good. 5 is good.
All right.
Very nice. Okay, so India succeeded on... she succeeded on locksmith. Very nice. Okay, so she's going to increase her locksmith by 6, so that brings it up to... Oh, I got to go into edit. I'm not used to doing this. Where's locksmith? All right, I'll just get it after. What else? Did she succeed on anything else?
Just...
She failed her... Yeah, she failed her stealth roll, but she just needs to do luck.
And then, yeah, luck. Just luck.
Okay, failed that, or succeeded that. Okay, so India's locksmith goes up by 6.
Sweet. That's good because she even used luck to succeed, so that's awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
I
There's a
will
payoff.
move- I will swoosh us while you're doing that.
Okay.
Switches.
Okay, we have been swooshed, and Moss has done and has finalized or finished his transition.
Yeah, guys, I'm so thankful for the support. If you guys want to support me on my GoFundMe for the finalization of my surgery, then I would greatly appreciate it.
No.
The throat surgery sort of worked.
Does anyone else
Gonna
think
endorse
he's
Bud
way
Light
too
next
good
or
at that?
something?
He is way too good at it.
I'm good at a lot of things, guys. A lot of things. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Hypnotic, for the raid, and Bigot Army for joining. You guys are friggin' awesome and got us a ton of likes. You got these guys a support or a bonus die, which will carry over to the next stream if you didn't use it. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. We'll go around the horn and just let everybody know what you're doing, where you can be found, what's going on in your life, if you are regular or not. We'll start with let's start with JT and go ahead and tag whoever you like. Save Sevvy for second to last, me to last.
You can find me on my links, wherever they are, in the chat. I'll be there, in those links, in the chat, over there. Look for me there, in the links, in the chat. Eventually. Thank you, Chrysanth. I'll give it to Jimmy, because Jimmy's a funny guy. And by Jimmy, I mean that dagger fellow.
Aw, shucks. Thank you. Well, I am Chris at KrisWithADagger on X and Minds, all one word. Very simple. You can find what I'm doing there, and I will tag Frost.
Hey, I'm Frost. You can find me on JT's channel. You can find me on JJ and Moss's channel, and you can find me here on Moonskull. And you can also find me in my links in the link tree. And I am going to, let's see, who do we have left? There was only one person. That would be Sevvy, who's twirling, what is that? Is that
My
a little
headphones.
kitty cat?
No,
Oh,
my
your headphones. I thought it was like a little, one of those little keychain creatures you had.
Oh, no, those are somewhere else. Well, hello everybody, I am Sevvy. You can usually find me at Geeks and Gamers Tabletop or Moonskull or over on my Twitch and Kick, which is Sevvy _love LUV. Please remember to hit the like button on your way out and leave a comment below. Just wait for like a couple of seconds. We'll end the stream quickly. Then you guys can leave a comment. Those comments helps us a whole lot. You can support the cast members either by sending super chats or buying memberships, or by leaving comments and just hitting the like button. Very, very simple. And before I forget, we do have an audition for Moonskull for a new Starfinder show that will be happening on Tuesdays. If you're interested, please join our Discord server and apply for it. We will be closing those casting calls soon, and I'll pass it to Mas.
Yeah, you can obviously find me here on Moonskull. You can find me over on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop as well, and over on JJ Knight's channel and our channel, Tales from the Dragon's Tavern, which we are one away from 100 subscribers. So just one person get us to 3 digits.
Everybody go over there and subscribe to him.
Yeah, preferably more than one, but just one. You know, that's the minimum.
Everybody,
thank you,
Gary Oldman style.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I had a freaking blast tonight. Tonight was a great episode. So, yeah. Again, thank you to Sirenscape. I know I already did it once, but I'll do it again. And leave a comment, like, subscribe, and also support Legend Seeker. That's a Rude Eyes baby. Go ahead and support that if you want. It's a good alternative to Wizards of the Coast and all that good stuff, and he's doing good work. So support that if you want. And with that, I will bid you all adieu. Auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.
So long. Yeah.